Welcome to Oklahoma City Community College Friday Night Rivals, live on CW34, presented by GMC.
Beautiful downtown Oklahoma City on a very windy Friday night here in the Sooner State. We are at Moore School Stadium, a big matchup here in Moore as the WestMoore Jaguars host the Yukon Millers. Hi everyone, Jack Dammer with Myron Patton. Ed Murray will be on the sidelines for us tonight. Week 9 of the high school football season, a very important game here in Moore as the WestMoore Jaguars and Yukon both trying to make the playoffs. In Myron tonight, both schools do have an outside shot to get in.
Yeah, this is what really this time of the year is about, teams that are trying to make their way in. If you look at a team that's 3-2 rather, Norman's got that last playoff spot, but right behind them, you got the Yukon Millers doing. If they can win out, they can get in.
And if they win tonight, really big win for Yukon if they can win tonight. But even at 1-4, WestMoore can still make it.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I was surprised. I talked to Lorenzo Williams. He says, no, the point differentials, we got to win out, but we still very much have a chance to get in the playoffs.
And they're going to have to do it without one of their top players, Blevin Brewer, out with a broken wrist where he broke last week.
Yeah, he's a starting free safety. He's a senior. He hates to miss this. He's a big captain for them. He'll be missed tonight.
It is senior night here in Moore as WestMoore celebrates a big senior class. They've been with Lorenzo Williams since 7th grade. Tonight, they will graduate in week 9. The kickoff is coming up next.
Running backs 33, Ian Jones, 81, Brandon Arnold. The quarterback, number 14, Jake Weiss.
You're watching Oklahoma City Community College Friday Night Rivals live on CW34, presented by GMC.
Welcome back, everyone, to Moore Stadium in Moore, Oklahoma, on another nice Friday night here in the metro area as the Yukon Millers take to the field in a very important game for Yukon. Myron, let's look at the keys to the game for tonight before we send it down to Ed Murray. Yukon's got to take care of the football tonight.
Yeah, they'll kind of pitch the ball around, taking care of the football, limit the turnovers, and then of course special teams is going to be important. We've had a windy day; it may be dying down. I see the flag still moving out there. Things like field goals, extra points.
Sure.
We've seen games this season.
Yeah.
That's been a problem at different times. And you look at WestMoore. 1-4, couple wins. What's their mental focus? They got a chance to make the playoffs, but do they feel like that? Or are guys looking toward the end of the season?
Yeah.
And then, of course, make special teams, same thing, field goals, dealing with the win, everything else.
And like you said, we've seen that all season long. It comes into a factor for both teams tonight. Let's go downstairs to the third member of our broadcast crew, Ed Murray. Good evening, Ed.
Good evening, guys, and I will confirm the wind has died down a lot. And looking at the 3 flags on the far end zone, and there you are, hanging limp right now, but I can tell you it's still a bit chilly, so my coffee's still going to come in handy tonight. You never know what's going to happen year to year. Yukon, as you mentioned, still with a very good chance to make the playoffs. This has already been a big celebration here at WestMoore tonight. It's senior night, not just for the football players, but for all the fall athletes and managers and POM squads and all of that. So it's already a night of celebration. But, guys, one thing we do know when these two get together, the winner has got to score a lot of points. Last year, Yukon snapped Westmore's 8-game winning streak in this series, winning at 31-28. The year before, Westmore won at 50-49. You go back all the way to 2006. The winner of this game has needed to score at least 30 points. May happen again tonight.
Well, it's only fitting that we have two teams that score a lot of points against each other, because OU Texas Tech tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, the same thing goes for them as well. They score a lot of points. So we'll see what happens here tonight, Myron, as the Westmore Jaguars supporting their all-red uniforms tonight, which they don't ever do.
Yeah, and of course we got our stat man here, so make sure you got plenty of pins and stick'ems and everything else to let Jack know who's doing what and how many yards they got, because, hey, I'll take a lot of points. That brings some excitement. And it is football weather. You heard it talking about a little bit chilly. I see people coming with blankets and shirts and coats and everything else.
Sure.
This is football weather. We're in week 9 of the season.
Let's talk about the importance. We've already talked about it. Here are the district standings now in 6A1 District 1, Myron, with there you see the top two, of course, Broken Arrow and Jinx. Jinx, of course, running away with it, as always. But here then you have Yukon, Enid, and Westmore right there at 1-4 and 2-3 for these two schools. Still an outside possibility to get in.
Yeah, and that's what this is about. If you're Westmore, you got to win out. Yukon, you got to look at that way as well. We asked the coach, hey, who's going to be keeping up with that Norman school for Yukon? Which coach is established to do that to let you know? He said, I may take a peek, but first things first, Yukon, you got to win tonight. Westmore, same thing. You lose tonight, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you have to take care of business in order to worry about another team and what they're doing across the state. Yukon did win the toss, so they will defer to the second half and will kick off. They do have the wind behind their back, so the wind is moving from right to left on your TV screen. Again, it was fairly gusty earlier today when we shot our opening. Since then, the sun has gone down. A beautiful sunset off to our right, Myron. Look at that nice orange sky over there with the blue. But again, it has died down somewhat. There you see the flags. They are straight out, but again, it does go up and down. And it is somewhat, even though it's to Yukon's back, it does somewhat go across the field from Westmore's side to Yukon's side. So here we go. Week 9 of the high school football season. Gage Farha to kick it off for the Millers from his 40-yard line. The Ortho Central kickoff. Ortho Central, it's in our bones to take care of yours. The 2-6 Yukon Millers against the 2-6 Westmore Jaguars. And here is the line drive kick. Bounces on the turf, and here is Westmore on the return up to the 20 and out to around the 25. There is a flag on the return, and Yukon on the tackle, and we'll see early on what the flag is. It looks like it's going to be on Westmore. And there is our referee. You get an early look at him. Steve Knight with the call, pushing the back against the Jaguars on the kickoff, so they will move the ball back a little bit.
Yeah, that takes them back about 5 yards, and I always like to get off to a really good start. And Westmore, the record may not look as glowing as you would like, but I watched them against Broken Arrow this season, and they went right down to the wire, throwing to the end zone with a chance to win that game against Broken Arrow. Here's
the starting lineup for the Westmore offense. You see Jake Blyce, the starting quarterback, another sophomore quarterback to start here in Class 6A. He's joined in the backfield by Brandon Arnold. And the three wideouts, Braylon McAllister, Kavion Williams, Xavier Simpkins, tied in Zane Chavez. And at offensive line, Pardo, Williams, Armstrong, Sosa, and Kuntz. So here we go. First down and 10 for the Jaguars. They start line of scrimmage is from their own 10-yard line. And here's the handoff to Arnold around the left side. He's going to gain about 3 yards to bring up second down and 7 after the first offensive play. Here is the Yukon defense, led by Carson Creech, the captain for the Millers, the middle linebacker. Also joining them in that midsection, Lane Meyer, Spencer Scott. And then there you see the up front men, Johansson, Stillwell, and Hubbard. It is a second down. They gave him 4 yards, so second down and 6 for the Jaguars. Again, sporting the all-red uniforms for the first time this season. They allow the players to choose the uniforms, and they decided to wait for senior night for the all-red with the silver helmets as Arnold takes the handoff, and he's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. And there is Creech on the tackle, as well as Logan Troxel, the starting quarterback, a junior for the Millers, and it brings up a third down. They actually gave him 2 yards, so third down and about 4 for WestMoore.
Well, big down for both. If you're Yukon, you want to get them off the field. You get some pretty good field position if you can make them punt here.
There you see Lorenzo Williams in his 6th season as the Jaguars head coach, former Missouri Tiger and NFL player. Here is the quarterback passing down the field, caught at the 45-yard line. Blyce finds his receiver. It is Zane Chavez for a 30-yard pickup and a first down for the WestMoore Jaguars, and Oklahoma Ford Dealers first down. What a catch, Myron.
Yeah, it was. He had to kind of stretch out for that one and was able to hang on, and, of course, got both feet in bounds. And they're good territory right now, good shape.
First down and 10 from the 48. Quick pass out to the near side. It is caught once again. This time the reception made on the near side by Jalen Hardison. It's a gain of 3, second down 7. Just past midfield at the Yukon 49-yard line. There you see the head coach for the Millers, Marshall Hahn, in his first season as head coach at Yukon. Jacob Blyce, the starting quarterback, a sophomore, 5'10", 155. Came in completing more than 65% of his passes. The handoff, right side. And this is going to be a gain of maybe 1, maybe 2 for Brandon Arnold, a senior running back, 5'10", 185. He's going to be the go-to guy on the ground for the Jaguars so far this season. Nearly 700 yards on the ground rushing for Brandon Arnold.
Yeah, he picked his way to pick up those couple yards, and it's another big third down. Of course, in better field position than they were earlier.
Third down 5. Blyce back to pass being rushed. Pass is caught near side by the tight end.
I think it's going to be
Zane
short.
Zelny is the receiver who made the catch. He's going to be about a yard short. So it's 4th down and 1, and they will go for it.
Yeah, you're going to see some aggressive teams tonight. You got to find a way to get it done. I'm not surprised they go for it here.
There you look at the tight end for the Jaguars. Another sophomore, 6'3", 200 is Zelny. So 4th down and 1 for the Jags. And a timeout early on by Lorenzo Williams, and they did not have the right personnel in the game, and so they will call the timeout. So we will take a break as well. Early on, 4th down and 1 when we come back for the Jaguars. Was that 10 or 12? Welcome back, everyone. While we were away, they went for it on 4th down, and the pass from Blyce was caught by Kavnar, so it's a 1st down and 10 for the Jaguars. And here is the handoff right back up the middle. Goes Andre Williams, and Williams for 4 yards. It's now 2nd down and a long 6 for WestMoore.
WestMoore getting some push up front, their offensive line. They ran left the first time, but the last couple times they've gone to the right side and got some positive yards. 4 there.
From the gun, here is Blyce. Pass near side, caught. Across the 30 down to the 28. Goes his receiver. That is Chavez again, one of the captains for this Jaguar team. Senior, 6'1", 200 pounds. And he's going to be a couple of yards shy of the first down. It's 3rd down and 2 now for WestMoore from the 29 of Yukon. Good opening drive for WestMoore.
Yeah, they've flipped the field and in scoring position here, and primarily with the run. Had the big pass play early to get out of the hole, but they've run it here well at late.
Tight set to the right side. Here's the handoff, and Williams over the right side. Looks like he's going to be short of the first down again, so it will be 4th down, and that's a pretty good yard. That's 4th down and a long one, I'll call it, for WestMoore, who will go for it again, and in the hurry-up, not wasting any time. 2 tied into the game, and now Blyce will look over to his coaches for a new signal. Here is the handoff, left side, and he's going to get the first down. That is Talon Pierce on the carry for WestMoore. I say he got the first down, Myron. I believe from up here he did. If it is,
he did, yeah.
Yes. They haven't signaled yet, though, have they? Now they do. It is an Oklahoma Ford dealer's first down for the Jags.
It's a good opening drive for them. They're moving the ball. They're eating up some clock. Establish themselves. They came to play.
First down 10, the line of scrimmage, the 27. Under center is Blyce. Having thrown for over 800 yards so far this season through the air, he's completed 4 passes already, and another timeout has been called, and now the referees want to reset the play clock back to 25. It was not set properly, and so here we go again with a new play clock at 25. First down 10. From the shotgun, Blyce, quick pass to the left. It is caught with some room across the 20. Down to the 16-yard line goes his receiver. That is Kavion Williams, a senior wideout. And he will be very close to the first down marker. And if they give it to him, it'll be a gain of 10.
Yeah, he just made that first guy miss, and that's one of those things you get it to a playmaker, see if he can make the first guy miss, get positive yards. That's what happened. They've got 2nd and short here for a first down, maybe more.
We're going to say he's just short of the first down, 2nd down in inches. Blyce with the play action, looking right. Now he'll tuck it under, and he'll run. Tripped up at the 16, but stays on his feet down to the 13-yard line. A nice first down run by Jacob Blyce, a sophomore quarterback for the Jags. It is an Oklahoma Ford dealer's first down.
Yeah, that was a pass play all the way, but his receiver's covering the end zone, so now he just gets what he can get and makes a guy miss right there, gets a few extra yards, and first down and in the red zone.
7-yard pickup for Blyce. Here's the handoff, right side. And down to the 10 goes Arnold before he's wrapped up by the Millers. A gain of about 2, maybe 3. So let's give him 3 yards, 2nd down 7. Good pursuit that time defensively by the Millers' Lane Meyer, senior defensive end. Second down 7 from the Yukon 9. Here is the handoff again, right side to the 5, down to the 3. Touchdown, WestMoore. Andre Williams, the junior running back, with the touchdown for WestMoore to give them the 6-0 lead. It is the Homeland Grocery touchdown. Homeland Grocery, your homegrown advantage. What a play. What a drive.
Yeah, great drive and a nice run here where he just finds a little lane there, bounces off a tackle, then just dives for the remaining couple yards, and he's in for the score. And that's, hey, I think we've answered our question. They're focused. They're ready to play tonight, WestMoore.
Here is Jackson Lee on the point after for the Jaguars, and it is up and good. Good opening drive to start the first quarter of the game for the Jaguars. They lead at 7-0 as they take a lot of time off the clock. The junior, Andre Williams, with the touchdown.
Fight. Caught around that fucking table.
Kicking for the Jaguars, Jackson Lee.
Welcome back, everyone. Andre Williams on the touchdown for the Jaguars, puts them up 7-0, and here is Jackson Lee to kick it off for the Jaguars. Good opening drive, took a lot of time off the clock, more than half of the first quarter. So Yukon will get it for the first time offensively here tonight. Here's the Ortho Central kickoff. And a nice high kick by Lee into this wind, taken from the 6-yard line for Yukon. And he's going to be quickly dropped around the 19-yard line. On the return was Keaton Hahn, son of head coach Marshall Hahn. Starts at running back tonight for the Millers. The quarterback for Yukon, there you see it, senior Braden Dutton comes in with 485 yards through the air, 382 yards on the ground. There you see Keaton Hahn, the running back, Joe White, the fullback, his wideouts, Ezra Johnson, Caden Murray, and Karis Antwine. Two in the backfield to start for Yukon as they start from their 20-yard line. Man in motion. Here is the keeper now. He wanted to pitch it looked like, and Dutton did not have. Actually, Heath Sperry was covered on that option, Myron, and he had nowhere to go.
Yeah, and good he didn't pitch it, because that's one of those turnovers that could have got you in trouble that we talked about before the game.
Here's the defense for WestMoore. There you see Andrew Cerny, number 15, made that stop. In the secondary, Kavion Williams, Xavier Ware, Blevin Brewer not starting tonight because of the broken wrist. And then Michael Patterson McDonald rounding out the secondary. Along the front, Simmers, Basie, Pierce, linebackers Shanks, Aduddle, and Bird. Loss of 1, second down 11. Here is the handoff right back up the middle with some room. Right back up the middle to the 35, out to the 40, and to the 45-yard line goes Keaton Hahn. Big run on an Oklahoma Ford dealer's first down for the senior running back for Yukon on a 26-yard carry.
Yeah, and he probably carried a guy the last 10 yards, and it's just straight up the middle, found a crease, and well, he's trying to get him down right there, but he went another 8-9 yards, so that's a nice way to get out of deep in your own territory and maybe set them on a drive to tie this game up.
Michael Patterson McDonald saving a possible touchdown for WestMoore, making the tackle at the 45-yard line. First down and 10, Yukon. Man in motion. Here's the handoff to Hahn, right back up the middle for 3. Second down and 7 now for the Millers. Last week, Yukon losing to Jinx 48-14. They've lost their last 3 to Edmond Santa Fe, Broken Arrow, but Jinx. But Byron, those are some pretty good teams to lose to.
Yeah.
So if you want to say anything about a loss, obviously not good, but those are the top teams in the state, or at least 3 of them.
No softies in that group.
No. Second down 7 for the Millers from the 48. Here's the handoff, and met right at the line of scrimmage is the running back Taylor Graham. And let's give the tackle to big number 50, Willie Smith III, a senior nose guard, 6 foot, 300 pounds. Also in there, number 30, one of the captains, Kazan Bird, a junior linebacker for WestMoore. Third down 8. Dutton takes the snap, and now a little razzle-dazzle, little flea flicker, and here is a pass down the field, and it is intercepted by WestMoore on the far side of the field and run back out across midfield. The interception made by Michael Patterson McDonald, his first INT of the year.
Well, they had that play snuffed out. It was really defeated before it started. There you see the penetration in the backfield. It's like, I'm just going to tackle the ball, and he threw into double coverage. And it's picked off. So good defense by WestMoore, looking for the trickery. That certainly didn't work that time.
Last week against Edmond Memorial, the Jaguars defeated Edmond Memorial 24-17. They held on late as Memorial scored 10 points late in the fourth quarter. They had 4 takeaways in the game last week against Edmond Memorial. Now they get their first tonight.
Well, for an offense that just moved down the field, that's what you want. And well,
what is that?
Well, you got to celebrate, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
get the trash can out, right? Pick up the trash. Is that what they're saying? the pass.
There's turnover chains.
Yes, exactly. Yes. I've never seen a trash can, though. Referees blow the whistle to stop play. And I'm not sure. It might be the play clock again.
It's already at 0, and I think maybe there's a problem with the play clock.
Well, the referee, Steve Knight, over to talk to Lorenzo Williams.
Maybe they're going to keep it on the field, time on the field with the play clock.
It appears that way. Actually, there's a delay of game against WestMoore, so it's first down and 15. They move the ball back to the 47. Quarterback Jacob Blyce. Behind him, Brandon Arnold. Arnold takes the handoff, left side. Scoots his way up to near midfield. It'll be a gain of a couple, so it's second down and long. Second down 13 for WestMoore. There you get a good look at the senior. Lorenzo Williams calls him a Marshawn Lynch-style running back for the Jags.
Does he like Skittles? Is that what it's saying?
Came in with 680 yards on the ground. Nearly 5 yards a carry. Here's the second down play for WestMoore. Blyce rolling right. Will pass it long down the field, and it's incomplete as he overthrows his receiver near the 30-yard line. Good coverage in the secondary by Parker Means, a senior strong safety for Yukon.
Yeah, he came over, and the ball had some heat on it, so he really, I guess, had to do that if he's going to get it there. That would have taken a pretty heck of a catch to bring that one in. But now they're in third and long. See if they can take advantage of the takeaway the defense gave them.
So third down, and now Yukon, different defensive set, Myron. They move everyone.
I think they're expecting to pass
from the ball. Yeah, exactly. 2 on the line of scrimmage. And here's the third down play. And a little shuttle pass out to the line of scrimmage, caught, and up to the 40-yard line. He's going to be short is Andre Williams. So they read the play nicely, but Williams picks up the majority of the yardage back, but it looks like they may go for it again.
Yeah, they went for it twice on the earlier drive. And this is about 3 yards. Now I think they're going to punt this away. I think.
Spencer Scott, number 31, had a chance at him in the backfield.
No, they're going to go for it.
Yep, there we go. It is fourth down and 3. Under center is Blyce. Here's the snap, the handoff. Across the left side, and second effort gets the first down for Brandon Arnold. Actually, that is Talon Pierce on the carry, and he gets the first down. It is an Oklahoma Ford dealer's first down.
There's good push on that left side, but it did appear he was going to be short. But extra leg drive, what do you want to call it, he's able to fight for the extra half yard and give him a fresh set of downs.
If he had replay, they might have looked at that again. Here's the first down play. Jaguars get a break. Here's the handoff. Back up the middle, down to the 20, to the 15. Tackled from behind, the ball is loose, and Yukon has it. Andre Williams on the carry, and he had it close inside the 10, and then just dropped it, and the Millers recover the fumble. Luke Harris on the recover.
Nice cut there, finding the hole, and it's a foot race, and he just dropped it.
Actually, Luke Harris stripped the ball away from him. Yes.
Right there. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, give him credit.
And then on the recovery was Logan Troxel.
Yeah, got a hand in there and punched it out, and that's a big play for Yukon because it looks like they're about to go down 2 scores if that doesn't happen.
And there's your turnover chain, Myron.
Yeah.
With which one is that? Did they give the turnover chain to? Oh, they're going to give it to both of them. Troxel and Harris both get to wear it for a few minutes. A minute 14 left to go. 7-0 WestMoore. Quick first quarter. Ball stayed on the ground for the majority of the quarter, and here is Dutton. The handoff right back up the middle with a lot of room. There he goes to the 40, to midfield, down to the 40-yard line of WestMoore. Goes his running back, Jacob Culbertson, on the carry.
Got to get some offensive line some credit, man. They're finding something right up the middle and finding a crease, and it's just a straight-ahead foot race.
48-yard carry. I said Culbertson. It was Logan Day on the carry. 48 yards. Now Dutton on the next play tackled in the backfield for a loss of a couple yards. So second down and 12. I apologize to Logan Day and his family. That was a great run right back up the middle.
His mom will come looking for you. He lost a couple on that first down play. Again, just straight up the middle. That's two runs, whereas nothing fancy.
And Logan Day, only a sophomore, came in with nearly 500 yards on the ground. Takes a handoff again, almost breaks another one right back up the middle. And this will be a gain of about 8 or 9. It'll be third down and short. Third down and about 4 for Yukon. Let's watch it again.
Yeah, just on the left side there. And, we saw this last week against Midwest City. They had early success running the football. Some option mix there. It takes a while before a defense can kind of maybe grasp what they're doing. But this is the second straight drive they've had success moving it on the ground. And
that is the end of the first quarter as the Jaguars lead here at the end of quarter number 1, 7-0. Let's go downstairs to Ed Murray. Ed.
Well, each week, Oklahoma City Community College presents our game hosts with a charitable donation, the amount of $500. We want to thank OCCC for the donation, and thank you to WestMoore High School for hosting us tonight. Their athletic director is Zach Bice.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Not only is Zach here, but we also have the 19-time national champion Palm Squad of WestMoore back here as well. All right.
Well, congratulations to WestMoore and to Zach Bice. Zach Bice, a longtime collegiate soccer coach at Mid-America, MACU, over on the west side of Moore, and decided to step away from the college game to lead the athletic department now here at the high school. So let's take a break. So 7-0. We're back for the second quarter right after this. Welcome back, everyone. Jack Dammermeyer and Pat and Ed Murray from Moore School Stadium. WestMoore and Yukon starting the second quarter here in Moore on another beautiful night. Great football weather. Yukon on the drive. Handoff right back up the middle once again. And it is once again Logan Day with a huge carry for a first down. And this is Air National Guard first down. I'd like to draw your attention to former WestMoore player B.J. Carruthers. B.J. Carruthers, there you see players waving to him. There he is right there, waving back at him. They did that during the break. A sophomore for WestMoore, former player, battling leukemia. So we wish him all the best in his battle against leukemia, and what a great acknowledgement of the players waving up to the press box to BJ.
Well, that's what a team's all about. You know, your teammates, and you know he's obviously going through a tough thing there, but you know those guys have his back and they're pulling for him as well as his family and everything else. I certainly wish him all the best.
Yeah. 61 degrees here at kickoff. They do expect it to drop as we move on through the game. Lowest temperatures of the season tonight. So here's Yukon on second down. Dutton will pass it toward the end zone. Has a receiver open, and he overthrows him in the back of the end zone. He was looking for Ezra Johnson and just overthrew him, and it'll bring up third down. There is a flag on the play.
Yeah, it's over there where I wondered, did he get grabbed? Yes.
Defensive holding, yes. Yeah. And they even tell us the number. Number 6, Xavier Ware, senior cornerback for WestMoore. Got a piece of the jersey.
Well, that's what happens when they're running that offense and they're having success running it. You know, they're kind of running some option and who's got the ball, and they have success and kind of sucks that defense up. Then they hit you with a big pass play down the field. That's what that offense does for you. You know, it puts a lot of guys one-on-one in the secondary corner and a receiver. That time the receiver had a step on him and he got grabbed.
That was only the second pass attempt by Dutton so far tonight. Here's the first down play after the penalty. Back up the middle goes Logan Day again. And he gets good yardage on first down. We'll give him, 4.5. So yeah. Second down, and they're going to call it officially 6 to go.
Yeah, and like I said, they're getting really good push up front. You're seeing him, the running back, whoever it is, they're getting a couple yards before they even get touched. And have had some big gainers in the first quarter.
Keaton Hall behind Dutton on this play. Logan Day to their right. Man in motion. Here's the handoff to Hahn. And he's going to get nothing on that play as WestMoore, good defense that time by number 34, Talon Pierce, senior nose guard or defensive end for WestMoore. Third down play.
Third and long, and for most a passing situation, you would think. But as you said, that was their first pass of the game just a second ago. So we'll see if they've got in store.
They need to get to the 6-yard line. That is the line to gain for Yukon. Man in motion. Dutton hands it off, back up the middle. And they're going to be short of the first down. Ball carrier was Carson Creech. It'll be 4th down and 3 for Yukon.
Decision time. How good's your kicker? I don't see anybody running out.
They have a good one, but looks like they're going to go for it. There you see Cole Lockwood with the white hat on walking toward you in your screen, one of the offensive coordinators for Yukon and the play caller. So here it is, 4th down play for Yukon. 2 in the backfield with Dutton. Man in motion. There's the snap. The handoff back up the middle. And WestMoore's going to stop him. Logan Day could not get the first down. WestMoore will take over.
They've been running a lot of motion with in the backfield. I'm a little surprised maybe they didn't pull that out. See if they get on the corner with an option. But another run up the middle, and give WestMoore credit. They stacked it up. Nowhere to go.
All right, so WestMoore takes over. Let's go downstairs to Ed Murray. Ed.
Joining us this week from OCCC is Aurelie Vera, Missions and Outreach Advisor, and this is it. It's been a great season. How's it been from OCCC standpoint?
It's been great. I'm so excited that we have been able to come out and just be a part of the community with the high schoolers.
And we are so happy that you sponsored us. And by the way, she was real camera shy when we first started this thing. You've gotten over all that.
I think so, for the most part.
All right. Someone out there, they've been watching the OCCC commercials during this broadcast. They know about it. How would they become a student?
So all they need to do is just apply at occc.edu. fill out the application, hit submit, and then you're all good to go.
Also, keep in touch with your high school counselors because you'll do fairs and sign-ups just as you're asked to do.
Yes, so we're constantly in communication with our counselors, and we just do what they ask of us.
As you can see, it's windy tonight, as Aureli's hair will show you. How about costs to attend OCCC?
So usually a semester, full-time semester, is $4,000 or less. That's just depending on financial aid.
We appreciate it. Again, thank you to OCCC, and let's get out of the wind.
Thank you for having us.
All right, let's go back upstairs.
All right, thank you very much, Ed. We do appreciate their sponsor all season, the OCCC Game of the Week, Friday Night Rivals. Here's the second down play for WestMoore. On the handoff, they will get the first down. Out to the 25, still on his feet to about the 27 goes Arnold. What a great second effort by Brandon Arnold as he picks up the Air National Guard first down. Air National Guard, part-time blue, full-time U. What a run, Myron.
Looked like an Australian rules football scrum there. There's somewhere he's in there. He just keeps going forward, turning those legs, gets the first down, and then some.
Here is Blyce. He's looking to pass, and it is caught right in front of the WestMoore bench around the 37-yard line. The pass was caught by Kavion Williams, and it'll be a gain of 9, second down 1. You're looking at a guy who has had nearly 600 yards receiving through the air, but he may play some at running back tonight, according to Lorenzo Williams. And here's the snap. It's on the ground, still on the ground, and who has it? I believe Yukon has picked up the fumble, and they have. Out of the pack is Carson Creech with the fumble.
Well, and Westmore had a chance to get it there, but they were trying to pick it up and run with it instead of just falling on it. And, of course, that football can be hard to get a handle on when you're trying to go fast. And we've got our third turnover here, 2 of those by Westmore.
Just a bad snap.
Right
and then
there.
it gets kicked around.
Yeah.
And good old rugby scrum, right?
Yeah.
Stay tuned for the Wade's RV halftime report. We will showcase this week's McIntyre Law Scholar athletes and have a conversation with our participating school administrators. Plus Thursday Night Lights and Friday Night Rival highlights from across the country. All of that, including first half highlights from this game and more, coming up on the Wade's RV halftime report. Here is Dutton back to pass, going toward the end zone, has his receiver, and it is underthrown, incomplete. And it's second down. He was wide open.
Yeah, he had at least a couple steps on him and tried to come back and get it. There you see right there, he's got him, and now just, well.
Little underthrown and couldn't come up with it.
But he's still saying, I got to catch that.
We'll say it was held up. He'll say it was held up in the wind a little bit, right? Don't show the flags right now. Second down 10 for Yukon. Day to Dutton's left. And Dutton will pass again, and his pass is over the middle, too high for his intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. He was looking for Ezra Johnson. Actually, that was Heath Sperry, and he paid for that one on the back end.
Yeah, he's still feeling that, and maybe a little bit high right there, but he sees it coming, and that's.
Whoa.
That was pretty good leg.
That was, wow. Yes.
As always, targeting can be tough to call or distinguish what's targeting, what's not. Either way, he took a lick. He didn't launch himself though, so it's
no. So it's third down 10 for Yukon. Here is Dutton. He will pitch it out to the near side, down the sideline and out near the 22-yard line. Goes Keaton Hahn on the carry, and he will be shy of a first down by about a yard. It'll be fourth down and 1.
Well, they went earlier, so you figure they'll go again. And they got on the corner that time. Nice option pitch.
And timeout has been called by the referees. An official's timeout. I believe there is an equipment problem with Caden Morey going out of the ball game right now, number 81. And so they will, not sure whether it's equipment or whether it was something else, but referees make a change. Tight set for Yukon on fourth down. Handoff, or actually Dutton will keep it. and he is able to get the first down to the 20-yard line. He keeps the drive alive, an Air National Guard first down for Yukon.
And basically, he just takes a snap, kind of waits a count, and picks out a hole where he thinks the hole is and runs forward. They only need about a half yard and gets it with room to spare.
So first down 10 for the Millers from the 20. Marshall Hahn to the left of Cole Lockwood, right there in your picture, wearing the black sweatshirt. Here's the first down play. Move the tight end from right to left. Here is Dutton. He will keep it himself and finds a little bit of a room across the 20 down to around possibly, well, they're going to give him the 19, so a gain of 1, second down 9.
Yeah, he thought there was more there. He kind of cut off the option and ducked up in there, thought he had some room to run, ended up only getting a yard.
Seven 0 our score. The Jaguars on the opening possession of the first quarter drove the length of the field. Here's the second down play now for Yukon. Pass over the middle, and again, it's high. He was looking for Hahn, and it'll bring up third down 9 for Yukon.
Important drive for them because they were just down here a moment ago and got stopped on fourth down. You want to come away with some points here. You're only down 7-0, so you're not down by a lot, but you want to get some points on the board here halfway through the second quarter.
Dutton 0 for 5 through the air so far here in the first half. Third down 9. He will pass again. This one, it is caught short, but they're going to stop play as a flag is thrown. He found Ezra Johnson, and now let's see what the reason for this whistle.
Somebody left too early.
Offsides on Yukon.
So maybe lined up offsides. One of the receivers, because it came from the flag, came from that side of the field.
It's always the receiver in front of the referee, right?
Yeah. Usually you check with the official, say, am I cool? Am I all right?
Yeah.
He's a little bit anxious. He knew that pass is coming his way.
So instead of 3rd and 9, it's 3rd and 14. And 10 seconds on the play clock. They're going to have to hurry, and I don't see them getting this play off unless they hurry. Down to 5, down to 3, and they're going to call a timeout. So they will take a timeout as the play clock was at 0. The Jaguars out in front. We'll take a break as well. We're back to more right after this. Marshall Hahn has a big decision here on 3rd down and 14 for the Millers. Line to gain the 10-yard line. We'll go down to Ed Murray here in just a moment after this play. Here's the 3rd down play for Braden Dutton. Takes a snap. And now on the counter, handoff to the 20, down to the 15, and down to the 12-yard line goes Keaton Hahn. He's going to be shy of a first down by about 2 yards. Let's go downstairs to Ed. Ed.
Well, guys, it's real entertaining down here on the WestMoore sideline. It's the first team I've heard that have chants during the game, sort of like softball, usually D up. Also, WestMoore has made one defensive change after that near touchdown pass fell incomplete. They switched the corners. They moved the corners on the opposite side since Yukon seems to be favoring throwing to their left. They moved their left corner over to the right side, hopefully stop that.
Good deal, Ed. Thank you very much. Here's the 4th down and 2 play for Yukon. Here's the handoff right back up the middle. First down and more. Touchdown, Keaton Hahn and the Yukon Millers.
Yeah, and just straight up the middle, man. That's they've had several runs, successful runs, right up the middle, and that was one of them. Coach's son says, "I'll find the end zone."
Hahn with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the season. And he's a point after from tying this game.
Nice crease. I mean, it was like really wasn't touched.
That offensive line, and we'll get to him here in a bit, have opened up numerous holes up the middle, led by the center, Maximus Rather. Here is Gage Farha for the point after. The holder is Logan Troxel. The kick is up, and it is through, and the Millers have tied it. Big offensive possession there by the Millers as they come back to tie it here on a playoff night for both teams. 7-7 our score. We are back in Moore, Oklahoma, Moore School Stadium. The Jags and the Millers tied at 7 with just over 4 minutes to play in the first half. And here is Gage Farha to kick it off on the Ortho Central kickoff. Ortho Central, it's in our bones to take care of yours. Kicking into a little bit of a wind as we wait for the referees to signal they're ready, and here we go, I believe. Not sure what the referees are waiting on. I think they're waiting on us, but we're ready to go. So here is Farha to kick it off for the Millers. Short kick, and they will let it bounce at the 10, but now here's the return up to the 20 and brought down there. Big tackle for the Millers. Stay tuned for the Wade's RV halftime report. We will showcase this week's McIntyre Law Scholar athletes and have a conversation with our participating school administrators, plus Thursday night lights and Friday night rival highlights from across the country. All that, including first half highlights and more, coming up on the Wade's RV halftime report. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we will also select our GMC player of the game.
Still developing. Both teams put up 7 points. We'll see how that goes, but we're shaping up to have a pretty competitive game throughout.
So there is Jacob Blyce, quarterback, sophomore quarterback for WestMoore. Has already went to 6 different receivers so far tonight. He has moved the ball around. First down and 10 from the 20. And here is a handoff. Back up the middle. Across the 25, nearly to the 26. Goes Andre Williams. They're only going to give him about 3, so it's second down 7. 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Our final broadcast of the 2021 season, Myron, incredible. 10 weeks for us. Week 9 of the high school football season officially, and this has gone by lightning fast. Here's the handoff, running left across the 30, And he's going to be close to the first down is Williams.
I think he got it.
And I do believe they're going to give it to him. So it is a first down. Air National Guard first down. I like him. He's a good running back. Only a junior, 5'9", 175.
Yeah, he's showing he's got some lightning fast moves. Got around the corner. Good block there on the end. And, of course, he had the touchdown earlier to give him a 7-0 lead. Now it's tied at 7 apiece.
Well, here's a quote from Lorenzo Williams before the game. I asked him what kind of running back Williams was. He said, he's really fast.
Well, he was right.
Here's a pass completion again. And Zane Zelny on the reception for 3, almost 4 yards. Sophomore tight end. 2nd down 7 for WestMoore. Blythe under center, their last possession, fumbled the snap. Now they're going to move into the gun. Here's the snap. Quick pass out is caught behind the line of scrimmage, and actually they're going to lose about 3 yards. Good tackle that time in the open field by Grayson Den. And it's now 3rd down and long for WestMoore.
Yeah, they had that pretty much sniffed out from the get-go. He saw the receiver just basically circle around. He knew what was coming.
He's now moved the ball around to 7 different receivers. And here's Blythe again, and his pass over the middle, and he could not find his intended receiver on that one, Xavier Ware. And so it's 4th down and long, and you would think they would probably kick it away.
Yeah, I can see you going for this. Punt it away and maybe see if Yukon, I mean, they're not much of a passing team themselves, and see if they can get them out of the end zone going into halftime.
So here's Isaiah Hidalgo Klein to kick it away. They have a good kicking game, so we'll see what he does here. He has a little bit of a wind with him. Good snap. And it's a line drive end over end kick. And he gets a good bounce off of this turf. And it will be down around the 31-yard line. And so Yukon, with under 2 minutes to play, will take over at their own 31-yard line. Stay tuned in the 4th quarter as we will select the OCCC play of the game. OCCC, college is great, crushing debt is not. So the Millers have 1:58 to play with. We're tied at 7. You know, it's funny. Ed Murray and us talked about a high-scoring game that these two schools have had in years past, and lo and behold, we jinxed them and we have 2 touchdowns.
This is not last year. It's a new year.
Yes.
New season.
Here's 1st down and 10. Here is Dutton on the handoff. Back up the middle again goes his running back, and that is Logan Day on the carry. They will hurry. 2nd down and 6. 1:45 to play. Snap again in the handoff to Day, running left. And he's going to get across the 40. He's going to pick up a 1st down to the 42-yard line. It is an Air National Guard 1st down for the Millers, and they will keep it going. Here is Dutton. Quick pass out to the left. Breaks 1 tackle and pushed out around the 48 is his receiver. And that is Heath Sperry on the reception. Quick little pass.
Yeah, he took out the yard marker holder over there.
It's a dangerous job to hold those things.
That's right.
As we've seen.
Got to let it down. Get out of the way.
Anticipate.
He got out of bounds. That stopped the clock, but they're going to need to pop one here if they're really going to get some points on the board. Although they do have a good kicker, you say.
Yep.
So, and they popped a couple runs here in the first half, so that's not the realm of possibility.
2nd down 3. Clock stopped with 1:19 to play. Here is Dutton. Throws it left and in and out of the hands of his tight end, Caden Morey. And he had him open. Actually should have come down with that pass, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, that would have got him down to about the 35, depending on how much he could run. After that, that would have been a big play for them.
And WestMoore calls a timeout now.
Yeah.
They want the ball back, right?
Yeah, 1:15 left. Maybe they get back there and block the punt or something. Get a good return, so yeah. And of course, it was a big pass play for WestMoore on their first drive that set things up.
You know, we talked about the passing game for Yukon, and Braden Dutton has started off 0 for 5. There was one in the end zone that should have been caught. Another one in and out of the hands of another intended receiver.
Yeah.
And right there, just a little too much on his passing tonight.
Not connecting, and that would have been a big play for them. You know, a lot of times teams that run option aren't the best passing teams or whatever, but they moved the ball fairly well here. Just had an early scoring opportunity. They got stopped on 4th down. They're going to need something in the passing game to me if they're going to get some points on the board. This is 3rd and makeable, but you only got 1:15 left before the half.
So after the timeout, you see the timeouts left in the yellow on our score bug. 2 for Yukon, 2 for WestMoore. Actually, I believe WestMoore took one early in the game, so they should have 1 timeout remaining. 3rd down and 3. And I believe the center, Maximus Rather, trying to get his shoe tied. He's had a big night along with the left guard, Ethan Keene, and the right guard, Avery England, opening up big holes right back up the middle. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. 3rd down, 3. Dutton will pass it, now being chased out of the pocket, still being chased, gets away from one, throws it downfield, has his receiver open at the 40-yard line. It is a 1st down for Yukon. What a heads-up play by Dutton.
Yeah, it was, and just to get away from the rush, and the corner came off Dutton to go try to make the tackle, which left the receiver open.
Keaton Hahn on the reception. There he is right there. Dutton again, quickly out to the near side, caught down the sideline and tackled out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Goes Heath Sperry. It's a gain of about 4. And the clock is stopped now with 54 seconds to play.
He got out of bounds there to stop the clock, but you're at the 35, and now you just got them a minute to go. That's the big play they needed. We'll see if they can get close to get to the end zone, maybe kick a field goal before halftime.
3 wideouts to the near side at the bottom of your screen for Braden Dutton. Taylor, Logan Day make that the running back. Dutton pumps once, finds Hahn again near side, out at the 30. May have got down to the 27, and he does. It is another Yukon 1st down with the clock stopped again. It is an Air National Guard 1st down for Yukon with 47 seconds to play.
He's doing a good job getting to the receivers, and they're picking up another 7-8 yards, and of course getting out of bounds to stop the clock. Kind of inching forward.
After an 0-5 start, he's found his rhythm. 1st down and 10. Dutton back to pass, quick over the middle, caught by Hahn. Actually make that Sperry again on the slant pattern, and they're going to hurry up. And now the clock stops because the ball was kicked, and I believe Yukon's called the timeout.
Did WestMoore kick that?
Good question.
Did they kind of like, excuse me.
I just saw the ball
squirt out of the way.
Squirt out of there, yeah. And so now the referee, Steve Knight, will officially call the timeout for the Millers. We'll have the Wade's RV halftime report. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, Ed Murray will talk to one of these coaches. If Yukon scores here, we'll talk to Marshall Hahn going into the locker room. I'd like to hear what he had to say.
If not home team.
Or we'll talk to Lorenzo Williams. There you see Lorenzo right there, bottom of your screen, talking to his team.
And they really want to keep them off the board because they played a pretty good first half, WestMoore, but they've had 2 turnovers that have got them in trouble.
Second one led to the Yukon touchdown after the fumble.
Another one, the first one, they probably would have scored on the drive. It was deep in Yukon territory.
So back to action here. 2nd down and 1 for Yukon from the 19 of WestMoore. Dutton Looking right, throws it up into the air, into the end zone, and it is incomplete. Ezra Johnson could not come down with it. Good coverage back in the end zone for WestMoore. And it'll be third down and short.
He had a step, but then a little underthrown, got their coverage speed. Of course, you always say that whole thing, you're supposed to look back. This is high school.
Kavion Williams, number 2 on the coverage for WestMoore. And now the Jaguars take another timeout. They take their final timeout of the half. I'm not sure they had the right personnel in on that one.
Well, and you'll take the timeout because the clock is already stopped, so that didn't help Yukon from that standpoint. But yeah, but you want to make sure you got the right personnel out there, that everybody's on the same page in the coverage that you're running, because you don't want to give up have a blown coverage, give up a touchdown here. It's 3rd and 1. They can easily get the first down, but they're fighting the clock.
So once we return, it'll be 3rd down and 1 for Yukon. Let's go downstairs while we have this break to Ed Murray. Ed.
You know, the first time we had Yukon on our Friday Night Rivals, I was sick and couldn't make the game. But when I was watching at home, one thing that stood out to me were the pants of the Yukon players. Instead of a stripe down the pants, here with the red pants, they have brotherhood. And that's the group that they are, because a lot of people didn't believe in them when they lost their first 3 games. But, guys, every game that Yukon has lost this year, those teams are headed to the playoffs. So they know what they're all about, and it's a brotherhood. If they're wearing their white pants, it says family, which would be the whole Yukon community. So that's kind of an interesting twist. By the way, the WestMoore tonight, all red. They do that. It's a tradition on senior night.
Well, next week, Yukon has Edmond Memorial on the road in Edmond, Myron. So that's a game you think they could win. Edmond Memorial struggling this year. And meanwhile, the Jaguars go to Jinx to play the Trojans. So they have a tough game to end the season. But Yukon, with the winnable game, depending on what happens here tonight, with a win, Yukon really looking good for the playoffs.
Yeah, and that's why tonight is so important for both teams. Yukon in particular, they're just a step behind Norman at 2-3. Norman's 3-2 in that 4th and final playoff spot in the district.
And they have the head-to-head against Norman. They beat Norman earlier in the season, so they have that head-to-head. Here's a handoff for Yukon, back up the middle. They're going to keep it on the ground. It is a first down. The clock will stop momentarily at the 16-yard line for Yukon. Clock now running under a half minute to play. Taking a lot of seconds off the clock, waiting for the play to come in. And here is Dutton again. He will hand it off again with some room across the 10. Down to the 8 goes Logan Day. And Yukon will call a timeout. Their final timeout of the half with 12 seconds to play.
Somebody had an ankle, otherwise he's gone. He can't make out that number there, but that was maybe a touchdown-saving tackle, because if he doesn't make that, he's probably getting to the end zone.
It was number 15, Andrew Cerny, one of the linebackers who made that tackle. Junior will linebacker, 5'11", 195. One of the leading tacklers on this WestMoore team, and like you said, Myron, he saved a touchdown.
And now you're down to 12 seconds. So you got to, depending on what you do, you could get a couple plays here if you decide to go to the air. If you run it,
you better get in the end zone.
You better get in the end zone.
Yeah.
So
they're at the 8-yard line.
Now they could get a first down that stopped the clock, but still you'd have to rush to the line of scrimmage, down the ball, that whole scenario, and depends how good you think your team can get that done or not.
So here we go with 12 seconds to play. Dutton looking to pass over the middle, caught at the 3-yard line. It will be first down. They will have to hurry. Keaton Hahn on the reception. As soon as they set the ball, the clock is running. They're going to have to hurry down to 4 seconds. Nope, they're going to run a play down to 3. And the clock is now stopped at 2 seconds to go. As
actually still running. I think they got to stop the clock. A little home cooking. Come on.
Let's go downstairs to Ed Murray. Ed.
Oh, that was total chaos there. On that play that Yukon ran, I'm looking at the clock, and it was at 12 seconds at the start of the play. It was at 12 seconds at the end of the play. the clock never ran on that pass play. And then it stopped in the middle of that play and then continued to click after the play was over. So I don't know if the officials are going to have to get together. Hopefully they're keeping time on the field because it did not run during that pass play.
And Lorenzo Williams is out there saying this half should be over. For obvious reasons.
Yes, he's at the 11-yard line.
And now Steve Knight is going to come over and talk to the head coach. And he's saying he downed it in time to stop the clock, and you see how upset Lorenzo is.
He's saying that the clock never started, so they wouldn't have had a chance to down it.
And now he's talking to one of the line judge.
Doesn't seem like they're listening. Oh, they're listening, but they're going to.
He's not going to get the call. So now Yukon is on the field to try a field goal of 20 yards. Gage Farha from the right hash mark. The holder is Logan Troxel for a halftime lead. And now two referees over to talk to one of the coaches for, actually that's the athletic director for WestMoore, Zach Bice. And he wanted a conversation with the referees about clock management.
Meanwhile, Yukon said, hey, somebody come talk to me.
So they're going to add 5 seconds back onto the clock. So here is Gage Farha for the 20-yard attempt. The hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Farha adds the 20-yard field goal to give the Millers a 10-7 lead with 2 seconds to play here in the half.
Could be a big 3 points. Obviously got a whole half to make that up if you're Westmore, but points have been hard to come by here in the first half.
It's been a good first half, no doubt. Good drive by the Millers. Started back at the 31 with 1:58 to play, and they used 1:56 and got a field goal.
And you would think they squib this one and try to end the half, and we will see what happens in the second half. But we've set up for a good competitive game here in the second half. Again, both teams needing wins to keep their playoff hopes alive.
And I see Ed Murray talking to Zach Bice, so maybe he's getting the real story about what happened with the clock. Lorenzo Williams still having a conversation with the referees.
The referee's shaking his head.
Let's go downstairs to Ed Murray. Ed, what did you find out?
Well, the athletic director, Bice, did go over there to tell him, he was standing next to me when I did my report that the clock didn't run, but the officials all got together and they said on their time on the field, there was 5 seconds left, and no amount of protesting. Also doesn't help that it's Westmore and it's Westmore's clock operator.
Yes. So Farha will kick it off for Yukon after putting the Millers on top, and I thought he was setting up for like what looks like an onside kick, but you're right, he's probably just going to squib it. They can't do anything with it, right?
Yeah, just
not enough time.
Get it down and get that clock running and make a tackle.
And there it is. Clock did not run.
Clock didn't start there either.
Yeah. At least it didn't run up here. It could have, like Ed said, run on the field. But they're going to have at least 2 seconds to run one play.
Can you Hail Mary from the 39-yard line?
We're going to see what kind of arm Jacob Blyce has, the sophomore. Unless they just elect to go into the locker room down by 3.
Who can be the deepest man for Yukon?
Well, they put 2 safeties back at their own 30-yard line, and here is Blyce. He is going to run out of the pocket and throws it short, and it's incomplete. And so that will end the first half as the Millers take a 10-7 lead to the locker room after a nice drive to end the first half with a little 2-minute drill. They got the ball with under 2 minutes to go, drove the length of the field, and got a 20-yard field goal. And Ed Murray is with Marshall Hahn, the head coach of Yukon. Ed.
Coach, what a crazy ending to that half, and you finally did get your passing game going there.
Yeah, you know, we've had some people, and we've just missed them, but we completed enough to get some points at the end of the half, and that's huge. So,
how big was that fumble, though, when they were driving to take a 2-score lead?
Unbelievably huge. You know, our defense is bowed up. We started a little slow offensively. Defense, you know, after that first drive has really bowed their neck, and hopefully we'll continue to keep the offense going in the second half.
What do you tell them in the locker room?
0-0, all the cliches that you can think of. I'm going to use them all, man. You know, so I'll have to go down my laundry list of cliches, but just keep playing hard, play for each other, have fun.
All right, let me use one. Good luck in the second half. All righty, Coach. You bet. Back up to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Ed. He was using cliches before the game with us, and he's using them here at halftime. His team leads it here at halftime by a score of 10-7. When we return, we will have the Wade's RV halftime report. Come back and join us here at halftime and more.
You're watching
Moore School Stadium on the OCCC Friday Night Rivals game of the week. The Millers lead the Jaguars here at halftime by a score of 10-7. Let's go downstairs with Ed Murray. Ed, take it away.
Well, hello. Have we done the Scholar Athlete package already? Because I have Yukon Scholar Athlete with me. That's his Avery Stanley, cross country. Hello, Avery.
Hi.
Avery does 2 things I never have understood. Loves biology and runs cross country. How difficult is it, really, seriously, to be at a high academic standards but put in what it takes to be a good cross country athlete?
It gets hard at times, but honestly, like when you're dedicated in your sport or dedicated like in school, then it just automatically follows over into the other.
You know everybody keeps an eye on you, though.
Yeah.
I mean, do you feel like you kind of lead by example on the field and in the classroom?
Yeah, I feel like I do. I'm the captain on the cross country team, and so I feel like a lot of the girls look up to me and my work ethic that I have, and I feel like that's the same in the classroom. Like me and my friends, we always help each other. So.
Melissa Barlow is the principal, has the biggest smile on her face right here.
Absolutely. We're so proud of Avery and all of our student athletes for, just like what she said, being committed to their sport, but also being committed to their academics.
And they're also, I know these students at Yukon are also so committed to the community.
Absolutely. And one of the big things we do at Yukon is try to teach our kids to give back to the community, and we do that all the time, which is just a great life skill for them to have.
How's the cross-country outlook look for this upcoming season?
Well, it's about to be over tomorrow, so...
You don't run in the spring? You run in the fall?
Well, spring we have track, but so far it's been pretty good. We have state tomorrow, so I'm hoping we have a good showing then.
All right, we'll get a good night's sleep. Avery Stanley is our scholar athlete from Yukon, and the principal, Melissa Barlow. Guys?
All right, thank you very much, Ed Murray. We will take a break here on the Wade's RV Halftime Report. 10-7, our halftime score. We're back with more after this.
Officers and senior class officers.
Thank you for watching Friday Night Rivals. I'm Noble McIntyre of McIntyre Law. If you're wondering why I'm wearing my Burns Flat Eagles high school jersey, it's because I'm here to introduce this week's Scholar Athletes.
Blevin Brewer of WestMoore is our Scholar Athlete of the Week. He's a dual sport athlete with baseball being part of the equation, but it's football that has his passions in the fall. Unfortunately, a broken wrist suffered in practice ended his season, but didn't keep from playing last week, which is evidence of his love for the sport.
Just the adrenaline you get every Friday night, man, it's just nothing like it. And it's just fun to be around your friends, you know, play a game you love.
Despite his season being over, he's still very involved with his teammates who he grew up playing football with.
Yeah, I mean, you know, throughout all the adversity we handle every year, it kind of just brings us together. You know, we all love each other. You know, the record is a little, it shouldn't be where it is right now, but, you know, we love each other. We still play through it.
That 4.07 GPA shows he's got the smarts to go with his athletic skills and is wise enough to understand how football has played a role.
Just teaches you really much about respect, like academics, you know, there's not much math going on in the field, but, you know, it sharpens your brain for sure, like problem solving, knowing your assignment, all that. Definitely helps you in the academic side.
Avery Stanley of Yukon is this week's Scholar Athlete of the Week. During her 4 years as a member of the varsity cross country and track teams that includes 2-time All-State and state medalists, it's safe to say she covered a lot of ground to be great at her sport.
Running is honestly more mental than it is physical. Like, obviously there's training that you have to do, but during the race you have to have a good mindset, so you know that like you're going to get through it and you can push through it, and just like you have to trust your training.
A ton of work has gone to her successful run in cross country and track that began at the age of 7. The same can be said for the academic side of things, since she sports a 4.6 GPA.
Usually cross-country runners are also good in academics because you have to be dedicated in cross-country, and if you're dedicated in your sport, then it just like automatically follows over into your academics.
Like cross-country, her track runs are long, with things like the 1 mile, 2 mile, and 800 among her events. Yes, she loves distance running.
A lot of people say you're crazy if you do distance, so I guess I'm crazy.
Congratulations to you both. And remember, all Scholar athletes have a chance to win a $5,000 scholarship. It's all brought to you by Friday Night Rivals on CW34.
And one of the things I love about this broadcast have been Myron's packages on our Scholar Athletes of the Week. Great pieces, Myron, all season long. Again, 2 more deserving athletes tonight. Let's go back downstairs to Ed Murray. Ed.
Well, Joseph Ross is the principal at WestMoore High School, and we just did a piece on Blevin, our Scholar athlete, and just a great young man.
Yeah, he's exactly what a student athlete's supposed to be. He's excellent in the classroom and out.
And your band is fixing to take the field. Just had superior marks, of all places, at Yukon.
That's right. We're well-rounded. We have the band. We have state champions last year in track and field. And just over my shoulder, we have golf, who are academic state champions.
And speaking of champions, we don't have state champions here. We have national champions for the 19th time. The WestMoore Palm Squad, a national champion earlier this year, and Brooklyn Huffer is their captain. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Tell us a little bit of what it takes, not just to be state champions, to be national champions.
It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of time and effort and practicing not only with a team but by yourself at home, and just having a lot of dedication.
And these are incredible dance routines you ladies have put together.
Yes, they are. We are so thankful for our coach, Emily Schock, and our other coach, Natalie Zelny, for all of the work they put into us and making us really good.
All right. How many seniors here? So 6 seniors, so this is a very special night for you as well.
Yes, each of our seniors has put in so much work, and we love this team so much, and it's a very sad night for us, but we are excited to finish out this last final season with such a great team.
Well, you finished off as a 19-time national champion. Congratulations. That is just incredible. Congratulations. Been fun watching them here on the sidelines, fellas. Let's go to break now. We'll be back as Yukon leads 10-7. Still a ball game for the second half, though.
You're watching Friday Night Rivals. Now, time for the Wade's RV Halftime Report.
The WestMoore Jaguar Marching Band performing here at halftime. One of the better bands in the state of Oklahoma putting on a Halloween performance of the Twilight Zone. And we're at halftime. Yukon leading WestMoore 10-7. Each week during halftime of our Friday Night Rivals broadcast, we'll be showcasing outstanding Thursday night lights and Friday Night Rivals game highlights from across the country. Here are some of the best from last week's games.
On every play so far, full screen play set up inside, and it's picked off, intercepted by Big Ben Roberts, and Roberts takes it to the house for an East touchdown.
There's the throw, man is open, falling down and making the catch at the 25-yard line.
We're here at the gun. Give on the far side, McReynolds slows down, buys some time and turns on the juice. McReynolds, 51 yards for the touchdown.
5 conversion, play action, and pass in the big hit.
Williams, he pirouette in the backfield and he turns. Had a man behind everyone. Can he get there? Caught, and he's going to walk.
Pass, Balistrieri with time, goes back over the middle, over the deep, into the end zone, caught, touchdown, Homestead.
After the penalty, 1st and 12. Fortune, here's Grimes. Grimes down the sideline. Look at Grimes go. Off to the races. Nobody's going to catch him. 5th touchdown tonight. Pump of the fist. Shake of the head. Scoring!
For North Myrtle Beach and 3 for Hartsville. Here's the kick by Nick Munn. It's right up the gut. He's got a hole. He breaks it to the 40, 45, 50. The kicker he's got to beat to the 45, to the 30, to the 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown Hartsville on the return. He brings it all the way back to Marion Cove.
And back live here at Moore School Stadium on the OCCC Friday Night Rivals. Some of the great highlights from across the country. And we have a good game going on here. Myron 10-7 our score. WestMoore jumps out, but Yukon did a good job coming back.
Yeah, they did. That last drive, to drive down, they finally got some plays in the passing game. Of course, a field goal there. We talk about how much the kicking game was going to be important. They got to feel good. But if you're WestMoore, you say, we move the football, a couple turnovers, we might have the lead.
Yeah, sure. This is a playoff-type atmosphere for both these schools. Both of them need a victory in order to stay in the hunt for to get to the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. That's what tonight's about. You gotta win to keep your playoff hopes alive. Right now, UConn's in better shape. But this is a big third down conversion to help them get the early lead of 7-0 WestMoore.
Yeah, and then they get into the end zone. Williams on the touchdown, and then Yukon threw the interception. And then from that point on, here's another run for WestMoore, and then they fumble it, and from there on, WestMoore took over.
Yeah, those are the turnovers there. UConn has had a good job running the football straight up the middle. The passing game not working at this point in the game. So, but then another turnover here. Try to pick it up and run. UConn recovers. They capitalize this time. They get into the end zone to tie things at 7 apiece. You add the field goal there at the end. They take a 10-7 lead. Again, they've got to feel pretty good about themselves. But if you're Lorenzo Williams and WestMoore, you also think this is still a winnable game if you cut out the turnovers.
Yeah, and they would lead right now if it wasn't for the fumble. We're at halftime here on the Wade's RV Halftime Report. 10-7 our score. We're back after this.
Some pretty good props for a high school band.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah. Welcome back, everyone, to the Wade's RV halftime report on what has become a chilly night. Started out 61 degrees, but now temperatures lower 50s, upper 40s as we look at some of the first half stats between these two schools. Pretty even, Myron. Total yards a little bit more for Yukon, 203 to 139. And really, this tells it 151 yards on the ground for Yukon, the difference in the game so far.
Yeah, they've done a really good job running their offense with that option-based offense that they run. And, of course, the turnovers there also stand out. But, 203 to 139, WestMoore looked like they might be doing that after that first scoring drive. But Yukon's got things going, and the passing game's helped them out. They're only 30 yards back in the passing department. Most of that came late.
Yeah, first down's 12 to 8, and then the 2 turnovers for WestMoore. One of them costly. It led to the touchdown for Yukon. Meanwhile, for Yukon, Keaton Hahn, 7 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown, and Logan Day, 8 rushes, 83 yards. Meanwhile, for WestMoore, Jacob Blyce, 11 of 13. He's been very efficient through the air, only 2 incompletions, 82 yards. And on the 5 rushes for Andre Williams, the young running back, 5 rushes, 25 yards. So good first half, and should be an exciting second half because the playoffs are on the line.
Those guys are going to enjoy it because they're ready for Halloween, as you can tell. But no, it will be a good second half because both teams have to feel good about themselves in terms of winning this game based on how they played. You cut out some mistakes. You can get out and win and keep your hopes of a playoff berth alive here going into Week 10 next week.
Final regular season game of the high school season next week. This is our final broadcast of the 2021 season, Myron. It's like we've already talked about. It's been a fast 10 weeks for us, but it's been fun. Loved watching all the teams that we've had on Friday Night Rivals.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And the great thing about high school athletics, it's not just about the teams on the field. We just watched a great band performance by WestMoore.
Yeah.
And when you do these high school events, it's the band, it's the cheerleaders, the pep squads, and things of that nature. Obviously, the families that show up to watch their kids perform in these different events. That's what high school is about everything. It's not just books and things like that. So, yeah, I thoroughly have enjoyed going to the different venues these Friday nights.
And we should say 20 seniors were honored before the game tonight for WestMoore. They're going to lose a lot of seniors, and all 20 of them have been with Lorenzo Williams since the 7th grade. So this is a special night for Lorenzo Williams every year when the seniors play their final home game, but especially tonight because this is his first group to go all the way from 7th grade all the way through their senior years.
Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of senior nights here across the state are going to be happening this week and next week. And for a lot of these guys, this is it. They won't go to college. Yeah. Some will go to college and play, but many of this will be their last experience of playing, and nothing wrong with that. But it is kind of Blevin Brewer, I talked to him earlier this week. He said, hey, when I was a freshman, they said it'd go fast. I didn't believe him. He says, now I do. It did go fast.
Yeah, it does go fast. It's hard to believe that your senior year just flies by, and before you know it, you're graduating, and the next stage of your life is ready to go.
Yeah.
So,
well, we got an entire second half to go, and be interested to see which Yukon, I guess, gets the ball here in the second half, see what they do with it, because they ended that first half on a high note, that drive where you didn't know if they would be able to do much with it, but they did.
Well, the Jaguars started out a good opening drive of the game, and Ed Murray is with the head coach, Lorenzo Williams. Ed.
Well, Coach Williams, crazy ending to that first half, and, you've really dominated pretty much throughout till the very end.
Yeah, we just got to take care of the football, man. Turnover is killing us right now, putting the defense in bad situations. They playing great right now. Coach King got a great game plan, doing a great job. We just got to stop turning the ball over so we put them in bad situations. I think we'd be all right.
Sounds like they come out of the locker room with a lot of spirit.
Yeah, man, we do a good job at the halftime speech now. I'm pretty good at that. So, we'll see if I'm good enough. We'll see.
All right, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Coach Williams. All right, back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Ed. And 10-7 our score as we get set for half number 2 from
Lorenzo
Moore School Stadium. Sorry, Mark.
No, so Lorenzo played in Missouri under Gary Pinkel back in that Midwest city before that. So he's played some pretty good coaches, pretty good programs, and it's always interesting to see what can you give your guys at halftime coming out to kind of inspire them. Of course, they know what's on the line as far as trying to win this football game. Both teams do.
Sure. And as we said, WestMoore closes out at Jinx next week. Meanwhile, Yukon will be on the road at Edmond Memorial. Yukon to receive the second half kickoff. There you see Logan Troxel back deep as we wait for the Jaguars to come onto the field. You hear the drum corps for WestMoore in the background.
They're blowing it up down there.
Yes. Good crowd on hand for both schools on what will end up by the end of the game to be probably the coldest night we've had for a while.
You know, it's interesting. You see people we mentioned in the coats and sweaters, hot chocolate. A little bit different than we started in August.
We talked. Yeah, no doubt about it. We talked about Yukon watching scores. Well, right now Norman leads Broken Arrow 13-7 in the third quarter. So that is the game that they are watching. Norman out in front right now. And here we go on the Ortho Central kickoff, and it is a onside kick, and Yukon has recovered the football, but the whistle blows before the play can stop.
Yeah, we got a flag, and I'm sure what. And Lorenzo coming out with an onside kick to start the second half, and see what the call is.
It's going to be offsides against WestMoore, I believe.
Now for Yukon, I'd turn that down, would you?
Illegal procedure.
Okay. So the play was dead. It never
Before
happened.
it never happened, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never happened. But it does spoil the surprise if you're WestMoore.
Yeah.
You do that again.
So here we go. Jackson Lee to tee it up again for the Jaguars on the Ortho Central number 2 kickoff of the second half. And here we go. He's going to send this one deep. It's going to hold up into the wind. A short kick taken at the 15 for Yukon. Across the 25 out to the 30. On the return to the 32-yard line. And that is where the Millers will start here in the second half with senior quarterback Braden Dutton. Had a good first half, started 0 for 5 through the air, but then came on late in the second quarter and drove the team down the field to get a field goal to take a 10-7 halftime lead. Officially the line of scrimmage, the 31. 3 in the backfield with Dutton. And here is the option. Running left, he will pitch it around the left side up to the 40, and a shoestring tackle out to the 43. On the carry for the Millers is Makari Slaughter, and now we have an injured Jaguar on the ground.
Yeah, just gets to the corner and is able to break a couple tackles. And who's that shaking up? He's walking off the field there, so the 21 there.
Michael Patterson McDonald, the injured Jaguar, and he will head to the tent on the near side right below us. The Ortho Central Sports Medicine tent for the Jaguars, one of our great sponsors here on Friday Night Rivals all year. We appreciate their sponsor of the broadcast. So Yukon with a first down from the 43. Here's the snap back to Dutton. He takes it himself. Back up the middle. He's got some room. To the 30, to the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Yukon.
Pitch to the referee before he could even get the hand up for the touchdown signal.
67-yard touchdown run by the senior quarterback.
And just a snap, find your hole and hit it. And it's like so many we've called tonight. It's right up the middle. It's a foot race. And the corners are on the sideline and couldn't get there.
Another huge hole opened by Maxima Thrather, Ethan Keene, and Avery England right back up the middle. And here is Gage Farha for the point after attempt. Low snap, and the hold is down, and the kick is up and it is good. So the Millers add the touchdown of the point after, and they take a 10-point lead. Here it is, right back up the middle, 67 yards on the touchdown run for Yukon. Welcome back, everyone, after the touchdown by the Millers. 17-7 our score, and here is Gage Farha, the Ortho Central kickoff for the Millers. A line drive, and it will bounce and return from the 3-yard line for the Jaguars. And out across the left side and tackled from behind near the 35-yard line on the return. Good return that time by Yukon. And here it is again. Andre Williams on the return, and every time I see him touch the ball, Myron, I like him.
Yeah, he's got some pretty good speed. Found a little crease up the middle, and they're going to need that. They're down 10. Second quarter just started, but you're going to need to put some points on the board if you're going to win this game. Kind of holding that right on.
I was going to say, he looks a little hurt after that play, doesn't he? Let's see how he responds. He's in the backfield with Jacob Blyce, the quarterback. So the line of scrimmage, 34 for WestMoore. 3 wideouts to the bottom of your screen. And here is the handoff to Williams. Running left, trying to get outside, and gets up to about the 37-yard line. And it'll be a gain of about 3. Second down, 7 for WestMoore.
He's the guy you want to kind of get in space, whether you hand it to him, throw it to him. See if he can make it a foot race, and he's never lost a whole lot of those. See if he can make a big play for you.
We're in Moore, Oklahoma, Moore School Stadium. Jack Damrell, Myron Patton, Ed Murray on week 9 of the high school football season, week 10 for Friday night rivals. And here's a handoff and a nice tackle in the backfield. Carson Creech, the linebacker, up through the middle, making the stop for a loss of 2. It's third down and back to 10 yards for the Jaguars.
They'll need a big play here, because you really don't want to give the ball back to Yukon. If nothing else, they're possessing the football, running clock on you. You're down 2 scores.
Blyce is under center. So far tonight, he has tossed the football around to 7 different receivers. Let's see what he does here on third down and 10. Moves Williams up. Actually, that is Arnold. Now he will roll out to the right, looking for somewhere to run, and he's going to be sacked back at the 21-yard line. Shane Scott with the sack for the Millers.
No one open downfield. His receivers were going deep. And really, I thought he was going to take off and run with that, and then he stopped. He was looking for a receiver, and before you know it, he's swallowed up.
Scott's 4th sack of the year. And it's 4th down in a punting situation for WestMoore. And here's Hidalgo Klein to kick it away. Keaton Hahn back at his 40. Good snap, and Yukon almost gets a piece of it, and they might have. High kick that is fielded for a fair catch at the WestMoore 40-yard line.
It's about a 6-yard punt, maybe.
Hahn had to run up nearly 20 yards for that fair catch, and he caught it around a host of WestMoore Jaguars.
And he saves some field position because that ball bounces it maybe rolls back and picks up some yards for them.
Stay tuned to the fourth quarter as we will select the OCCC play of the game. OCCC College is great. Crushing Debt is not. Have a couple plays that we're looking at, and here's the pitch out to the right side, and that's going to be a nice play in the backfield as well for WestMoore, as that tackle made in the backfield by Tristan Aduddle for a huge loss. Let's go downstairs to Ed Murray.
Of course, one of their defensive players is still in the tent, number 21. I didn't get his name, but looks like they're looking at his face, maybe got something through the face mask, and but I think he's going to be all right, but he's still in the tent getting worked on.
A loss of 4 after the play, 2nd down and 14. And here is the quarterback right back up the middle. Gets 6 yards and 9 as Dutton picks up a couple, getting back across the original line of scrimmage. Ed was talking about Michael getting injured.
Working wonders in that tent.
It's amazing what happens in there. Come out and they're healthy. There he comes. He's ready to go, yep. Or possibly ready to go. Now he's back in, yes. 3rd down 9 for Yukon. 3 wideouts to the near side. And the whistle before the play. Play clock was down to 0, but WestMoore takes the timeout. So the Jaguars take their first timeout. We will take one as well. 17-7. We're back after this. .07 left to go, third quarter. Part of the WestMoore crowd here, student body section at Moore School Stadium. As we talked about earlier when we were here earlier in the year with Moore and Edmond North, this stadium used by all 3 schools, high schools here in the Moore area, WestMoore, Southmoore, and Moore High School. We're back to action. Here is Dutton. Pass quickly out to the right side. Breaks loose. Hahn down the sideline and pushed out near the 10-yard line. Actually, I said Hahn. That's Ezra Johnson on the reception. It is an Oklahoma Ford dealer's first down inside the red zone. Let's see where they spot it at the 12-yard line.
Ezra's got some speed, man. He broke away from everybody, and if not for being bumped out late that sideline, he's putting 6 on the board.
Tristan Aduddle saved a touchdown for WestMoore. Senior nickel linebacker, 5'10", 189. First down and 10, Yukon. 2 in the backfield with Dutton. Here's the handoff back up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of a couple. It'll be 2nd down and 8 as Yukon keeping the football on the ground. Logan Day on the carry. 151 yards in the first half on the ground for Yukon. Let's go downstairs to Ed Murray. Ed, what do you have for us?
Well, I know you guys are keeping an eye on the Norman Broken Arrow game. Broken Arrows just scored to take a 14-13 lead in the third quarter, which would be big for Yukon.
Here's the handoff back up the middle. And they may have got a couple, actually still on his feet. Looked like he was going down. There's a late flag thrown in by the line judge on the far side. Reminiscent of OU Kansas last week, where play just continues even though momentum stopped, right, Myron?
Yeah, and the offensive line pushed him for a first down.
Let's see what the flag is for. It's a personal foul, face mask on WestMoore. Huge penalty against the Jaguars.
It's going to be automatic first down, half the distance to the goal. Lorenzo doesn't agree. It's not been a good night for Lorenzo so far.
Yeah, not with the referees. Not with the referees for sure. He has disagreed on a couple. So they're going to get the football. Yukon does at about the 3.5-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 1. And here is the play right back up the middle, and a big push, and the ball comes free at the very end of the play, and this is going to be interesting to see if he was down or not. And they're going to say he was. This is not going to make Lorenzo Williams happy either. There he is. Let's go downstairs. Ed, what did you see that one?
Yeah, well, the play before, what Coach Williams was saying was the pilot stopped before the face mask ever happened. You should have blown it dead, and there should not have been a face mask because it shouldn't have been allowed. And, of course, he was yelling that the ball came out, but they're saying no. Now they're having trouble getting guys off the field. They had too many players on the field.
And here's the handoff to the deep back for the Millers, and he is going to be stopped. Or was it just straight to the quarterback? I said he handed off, but the snap went right to the quarterback, and he kept it himself. So it's going to be now 3rd down and goal as he's going to lose a couple yards. Back to, I say that, but they're going to spot it around the 3-yard line.
Well, I think Yukon, they'd probably go for it if they don't get it here, so they got 2 shots to get this in the end zone.
2nd down goal for the Millers. Dutton with the handoff. Back up the middle. It is Hahn, I believe, on the carry. It is touchdown, Yukon. It's a Homeland Grocery touchdown. Homeland Grocery, your homegrown advantage. Hahn with his 2nd touchdown of the night, and he adds to the Miller lead. It's 23-7.
And they've come out this second half and take control.
Yeah.
2 quick touchdowns in the first half of the quarter. And of course, just a power play up the middle for the score. And just an extra point for being 24-7 on top.
So here is Gage Farhall. They're going to go for 2, and the ball is loose. WestMoore trying to pick it up and finally downed as the Jaguars fall on it. I'm really not understanding that, Myron, whenever you're already up by a couple of scores, and why not just kick the point after?
I guess trying to catch them off guard or whatever, but yeah, 25-7 as opposed to 24-7.
Let's watch. Well, I thought we were going to watch it again, but nonetheless, the 2-point conversion fails.
WestMoore had a chance to pick that up and run it back for 2 of their own. And there you see just a mishandling of that snap or the pitch.
Kavion Williams almost had that, the cornerback, who came up and just could not get his hands on it. He wanted to run with it before he had it. So 23-7 our score. The Millers out in front after Hahn's 2nd touchdown of the night.
We've actually still got half this quarter and the 4th to go, but
WestMoore needs a drive here.
Yeah, they need a drive to stay within arm's reach, so to speak. 2 scores down, basically, 2 2-point conversions. As it is, I guess you want to look at it that way, but just hadn't done a whole lot offensively in the second half so far. Maybe Coach Hahn's cliche, page 101, worked. You know, book of coaches cliches.
The Moore Lions, talking about some other scores, the Moore Lions, if you want to stay in losing to Owasso right now, Moore started off 5-0. They're now 6-3. So need to get back on the winning track for the Moore Lions. And here is the kick, Ortho Central kickoff. And WestMoore on the return, and they will get out to around the 23. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we will select our GMC player of the game. A couple of good candidates so far. I'm going to throw Braden Dutton in there. I'm going to throw Keaton Hahn in there. I'm going to throw Andre Williams for WestMoore in there.
And still plenty of time for some more to jump in there. Seems like we've had a lot happen here. We've still got 6 minutes left in the third quarter.
So here are the Jaguars, first down and 10. Line of scrimmage to 22. Blyce being rushed, and he's going to be sacked again back at the 10-yard line. And all of a sudden, here in the second half, they're getting to the quarterback.
Yeah, it's as if he didn't see him coming there. He's looking downfield. Second sack here in the third. He's looking as he's there.
Cameron Jellison
rudely takes him to the ground.
Junior defensive end just threw him down. Loss of 10, second down 20 for WestMoore. Back at their 12-yard line. Blyce handing off back up the middle. Across the 15, out near the 20-yard line. Go the Jaguars. Arnold on the carry. He gets some of that back. It's third down and long for WestMoore. Clock runs just over 5 minutes to play.
It needs something in the passing game to kind of loosen things up. Had that big 36-yard completion on their first drive, but they need something like that to get out of this hole, be able to keep this ball.
Third down 13. Only 3 to rush for Yukon. Blyce looking to pass, throws it short. Complete. Still trying to find some room to run, and actually gets back to the line of scrimmage. The reception was Andre Williams. On the reception was Williams, and now they're going to have to kick it away. Fourth down and long for WestMoore. Not the offensive possession they wanted on that one.
No, especially because Yukon has found some. They've moved the ball the last 2 times they've gotten it. Of course, you count the drive at the end of the first half as well. Their offense is cooking pretty good, and last time they punted, it was a pretty short one.
Here's Hidalgo Klein. Hahn back at his own 45. Low snap, and he does get it away, but this is again going to be a short kick. And that looked like it touched the Yukon Miller player. And Yukon says they may have it. No, WestMoore says they have it, and the referees agree.
Well, that's the break they were looking for.
Unfortunate for Yukon because it took a bounce on a player who was blocking midway up and did not notice where the ball was. And here it is again, right between his arms, and bounces up and off of his, looks like his jersey. And the ball's free at that point. And it looked like Nate Davis on the recovery, number 22 for WestMoore.
Well, we'll see if they can do something with it. Up the Yukon defense has picked up and gotten pressure on the quarterback and still snuff him out.
From the 42, here is Blyce looking downfield, still looking, throws it deep up into the air, and it is up for grabs and incomplete at the 10-yard line. He was looking for Jalen Hardison, and he just could not come down with it.
And I know that was a play call, but he could have run for 20 yards, easy.
Yeah. He got behind the secondary, and there you see Luke Harris on the coverage, but he had Harris beat by a couple of steps, and he would have scored probably had he caught it. Second down and 10.
I bet they'll look at the film and say, hey, quarterback, if you can run, though, go pick up, give me 10 or 15. Because everybody had run deep.
Yeah. And now whistle, and the Jaguars call their second timeout of the half with 3:35 to go in the third quarter, and probably not the timeout that they wanted to take.
Yeah, you might need, if it's a close ball game in the fourth quarter, you're going to regret that maybe.
Yeah.
You get some stoppages with first downs, but you may be trying to stop it when they've got the football.
It'll be second down and long when they come back. You know, last possession it looked like Jacob Blyce was hit and started limping off. Not sure if he's completely healthy, Myron. Probably one of the reasons why he was not running.
Yeah. Maybe.
Sophomore, 5'10", 155. Now we're ready to go after the timeout. 2nd down 10. Line of scrimmage, the 42. Under center, and now he will move to the gun. Here is the handoff. Williams back up the middle with some good yardage. Breaks a tackle to the 40 and down to the 35 goes Andre Williams.
Nice run there. That time he was able to hang on to it. Had that big run the first half where he got the ball stripped from him. He's a big play waiting to happen. Just finds a hole, kind of makes the guy miss there, and a little stiff arm there.
22-yard pickup for Williams. 1st down and 10 from the 37. Blyce looking to pass. Now he'll take it himself. Spins his way across the 30 down to the 27-yard line. Good run by the quarterback on that play.
He looked good there.
Near the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 9. 2nd down 1.
Little spin move there.
Forget the injury, right?
What injury? I'm fine.
2nd down 1 from the gun. Here's the handoff. Right side, Williams across the 20, picks up the 1st down. It is an Oklahoma Ford dealer's 1st down for the Jaguars. Near the 20-yard line, and a good drive after the fumbled punt by Yukon. You call that a fumble? Just skim the jersey?
Yeah.
Turnover nonetheless, right? 1st down and 10. Here is Blyce to pass. Looking right, complete. Down to around the 15. Goes Zane Zelny.
It's amazing what a 1st down will do for you. Just kind of it starts momentum, and they've had 3 straight positive plays, 2 runs now. That pass play, it just kind of gets you going. If you get that first down, it seems like it leads to others.
A touchdown really changes his 2nd half. Here's the 2nd down play. The handoff to Williams again, running right, trying to get outside. And he does. He dives across the 15. And he's going to be about 3 yards short, so it's 3rd down and 3. 10 carries for Williams for 49 yards. The workhorse in the backfield for WestMoore.
My simple math says it's almost 5 yards a carry.
Here's the pass, and into the end zone, WestMoore scores. Just like that, they come back. A Homeland Grocery touchdown to Jalen Hardison.
Nice throw. Really good throw.
Just kind of put it up over the secondary, and Hardison was wide open. And it is now 23-13.
Safety can't get over in time. Over the corner's head. And unlike A.J. Green last night, he was looking for it.
Yes. Yeah. Where are you, Kyler Murray? Still asking the question. What route were you running?
He wasn't running a route. He wasn't looking for a football at all.
He was blocking. So WestMoore will go for 2, down by 10. Let's see what kind of formation they move into now. Here we go. From the gun. Here's the snap. Looking to pass. It is complete. Nice move at the 1. And in for the 2-point conversion goes WestMoore. Kavion Williams.
Well, there's 1 touchdown and 2-point conversion. Need another one to tie. That's kind of, we were talking about the 2-point conversion that they didn't get on the other end for Yukon. But we got a lot of time left for football. You know, still in the 3rd quarter. Yukon's try to come back and match, but they're back within 8.
23-15, and we said it, Myron, early on. We said it before the game. Special teams, right?
Yeah.
And now look, Yukon misses a 2-point conversion. WestMoore converts a 2-point conversion, and it's an 8-point ball game just like that.
Yeah, it's it wasn't so much the win; it was just converting. Because so many games we've done this season where one team has a good kicker, the other doesn't. Punting.
Yeah, the punt.
Yeah. Yeah, the short punt actually helped out.
Yes.
WestMoore.
Who would have thought, all right?
Yeah. If you had got booming at 40 or 50 yards, they would have just got it.
Yeah. Good look there at Jalen Hardison, the senior. wideout, 5'9", 150 with a touchdown for the Jaguars. And here is Jackson Lee on the Ortho Central kickoff. Jackson Lee, the kicker right there, ranked number 52 nationally as a sophomore, a 4-star athlete as a kicker as a sophomore in that class. An incredible foot. And there we see it. Good kick into the wind, taken from around the 13 for Yukon. Right back up the middle. And they're going to get out across the 25-yard line. And Keaton Hahn is finally brought down. I'm not even talking about momentum, stopping momentum anymore, because 2 games from last week to this week, we're seeing that referees are allowing play to continue.
Yeah.
In which worked out for OU because it was one of the most incredible football plays at any level I've ever seen.
Yeah, Caleb Williams stealing the ball from
I'm just going to take it from you, Kennedy. Let it go. Let it go, right? Yeah. Let me have it.
And he did.
First down and 10 for Yukon. Here is Dutton on the option. Gets it outside. Across the 30, near the 35-yard line. And there is a flag on the play as Makari Slaughter on the carry. And let's see, this is going to go against Yukon, so the play is coming back.
Yeah, we got a hold, and I don't think Yukon agrees with that, but, you know, the guy in the white hat, doesn't really matter. It's what he thinks. That's going to wipe out a pretty good first down play. That would have been setting him up for like 2nd and maybe 3 or maybe even 2 yards. Now they're going to march him back.
The penalty puts the ball back at the 18. Still first down. First down and 20. Good look at the senior quarterback. He has done quite a bit today. And he hands off on the counter to Slaughter. And he trips himself up. Gets back maybe a yard, but the turf monster got him.
Yeah, he got that
actually,
ankle.
Yeah, limping off. Twisted his ankle on that play and will have to come out.
See, as you get older, you just kind of look back and say, what, did they raise the floor? But when you're young, it's a turf monster.
Yeah. So he will take a break. And here's the 2nd down 19 play for Yukon. 3 wideouts to the near side. Dutton. Short pass out to the near flat. Across the 20 goes Logan Day. And a nice open field tackle by Yukon's Kazan Bird. And there is a player down back in the backfield for Yukon. One of the offensive linemen. It is Ethan Keene, number 73, who this does not look like a good injury. Favoring that left knee. What a job he's done tonight. Him, along with Rather and England, Lane Parks, Daxton Schulte, the offensive front for Yukon, opened up some huge holes up the middle, Myron, all game long, and unfortunate to see him hurt.
Yeah, they've done a really good job. There have been several times they've just gotten big yards right up the middle. The long touchdown run by Dutton, that was just a wildcat formation, pick your hole, and he found one. He took it to the house. 73 yards?
67.
67, yeah.
Dutton so far tonight, 8 carries, 75 yards. Keaton Hahn, 9 carries, 57 yards. But how about Logan Day? His mom's going to like this night. 10 carries, 81 yards.
Yeah.
And now the concern goes to big number 73, the junior left guard for Yukon. And he is up, gingerly walking off on his own with a little bit of help, but at least it's a good sign that he is walking.
Yeah. Certainly hope it's nothing too serious.
See all the offensive linemen wearing the knee braces. That's pretty common now among all football players, no matter what level, from high school to college and pro. Trying to prevent injuries or help stabilize the knee.
And that's the deal, like he's walking straight, but you never know if it's stable enough. He has to plant, cut, go the other way. That's what you don't know. But he's walking under his own power there, so hopefully that's good news.
He'll be replaced by, I believe, David Ferris. 3rd down and 16 now for the Millers as we get back to play. Dutton looking to pass right side, has Hahn open at the 45, and he can't come up with it.
It was a good route by him and a good throw. When he hit the ground, the ball popped loose.
And the Millers will have to punt it away.
This throw right there, it's on target, right there, and, well, he never had it.
Little finger tip.
Right.
Yeah.
Thought the ground may have caused it, but he never had it clean.
So now here is Gage Farhaw to punt it away. Andre Williams back deep at his own 42, and Farhaw gets the kick away. It's high and bounces at the Yukon 46 and finally down at the 49. And so the Jaguars, only down by 8, have great field position with 36 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter.
We've had a pretty action-packed 3rd quarter. Lots happened. So we still got an entire 4th.
Yukon came out strong, and now WestMoore closing the quarter out strong. Let's go downstairs to Ed.
Yeah, I can tell you the injury to number 73, the offensive lineman for Yukon, it's his ankle, his left ankle, so fortunately not his knee, and he's over here on the Yukon sideline. He's getting down in his stance, see if he can fire off, and he's trying to walk it off.
All right, thank you very much, Ed. Ed making the long trip around the track. Ed, let's see some speed over there, buddy.
I think I did see him running that corner around there, man, you know.
He's in lane number 1, the lane you want to be in, right? So here we go with WestMoore. 1st down and 10 from the 49 of Yukon. Man in motion. And he hands it off to him, coming right across midfield, and stacked up for about a yard gain is Kavion Williams. They're going to give him 2 yards, so 2nd down and 8. Parker Means on the stop for the Millers. Senior strong safety, tied for the team lead in interceptions. Two seconds, and that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter as time will wind down here. But a good 3rd quarter, action-packed, a lot of scoring, and we have a ball game. The Millers over the Jaguars 23-15, but the Jaguars with the football when we come back. Start of the fourth quarter here at Moore School Stadium in Moore, Oklahoma. Jack Damrell, Myron Patton, Ed Murray, 23-15. The Jaguars with the football on a second down play to start the fourth quarter. Second down and 8, and here we go. And here's the handoff to the tailback, Williams, trying to break a couple tackles, but is going to lose a couple of yards as he tries to get outside. Frustrated he couldn't break those tackles, and it's going to be third down and long as we start the fourth quarter in what has been a really good ball game between the two schools.
Yeah, he was trying to balance that one out. We got speed. Just sometimes you do that when otherwise you maybe just get what you get up the middle and then see if you can break it from there.
Third down play. Williams so far tonight, 11 carries, 48 yards. Here is Blythe to pass, and it is caught short down the sideline. Goes his receiver, Zane Chavez, and he's going to be short of the first down by about 4 yards. It's fourth down and 4, and I thought that might have been picked off right first, but he was able just to get out over the fingertips of the linebacker of Yukon.
Yeah, a little screen there to him, and was hoping to get him out of the open field a bit more, but they're going for it.
Here we go, fourth down and 4. Ball's at the 42, the line to gain the 39. Here is the play action by Blythe. Looking downfield, has a receiver open at the 10-yard line. 5, touchdown!
Well, I'll tell you what, he had his tight end for shorter yards, so it was a sure first down. Instead, he went for the touchdown and hit him right on in stride, right on target.
Kavion Williams with his 7th touchdown reception of the year, a 42-yard touchdown reception. Blythe to Williams.
Yeah, had a couple steps on him.
And now they're going to go for 2 to tie it. Under center, Jacob Blythe. Here is the handoff, left side. And he fumbles the football in the end zone. And they're not going to convert the 2-point conversion. Brandon Arnold was the ball carrier, and he could not hold on to it. And the score remains 23-21.
The 2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
There's the man of the hour right now, Kavion Williams, with the 42-yard touchdown run. Let's watch it again as he brings the Jaguars to within 2 points. We're back after this. Welcome back, everyone, to Moore, Oklahoma. 23-21 our score. What a ball game here in the fourth quarter between Yukon and WestMoore as Jackson Lee gets ready to tee it up for the Jaguars after a 42-yard touchdown pass from Jacob Blythe. Logan Troxel back deep for Yukon. And here we go on the Ortho Central kickoff. Lee's kick to be taken from the 2-yard line. Up to the 10, out to the 20. And
over the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And here is, let's look at Jacob Blyce right there on the sideline. Myron, 16 of 19, 143 yards through the air and a couple of touchdowns. What a fantastic night by the sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, he's played well. And like I said, that last one, he could have gone through a shorter route to, of course, a for sure first down, but he went for the touchdown, hit him right in stride for the score. And we've got a ball game. They're down by 2 with almost 11 minutes left in the contest.
So here is Yukon with possession of the football at the 33. Dutton running the option to the left, has it pitched out to Hahn. And Keaton Hahn gets to about the 33, maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. Second down and 10 for the Millers.
That was a big drive for Yukon because WestMoore now sees momentum with a couple scores here to get within 2. They need to get something going to just at least possess the football just to kind of cool off that WestMoore offense that's gotten going the last 2 drives.
Yeah. Second down and 10. Line to gain is the 43. Here's the handoff to Hahn again. Maybe a yard. It's now third down and long. Let's go down to Ed Murray.
Yeah, good news for Yukon. Looks like their left tackle, number 73, is back on the field, so he's able to shake off that injured ankle.
Good news for Ethan Keene, the junior guard.
Well, you bet there was a good tape job somewhere involved there. If it's an ankle, bring out the tape, tape it.
Yep. Big night for big number 73. They've opened up some big holes. Let's see what they do on third down and long for the Millers. Dutton will pass it. Being rushed, and it is caught. Ball's up in the air and caught again by Yukon. There is a flag on the play where the original reception, the receiver was. 2 flags on the play. And let's see this one. I have no idea, Myron.
Yeah, they kind of moved the flags back. Well, I don't think where, but it's got to be pass interference, you would think they're going to call.
Well, Keaton Hahn was the one who made the reception, holding on WestMoore. And once again, Lorenzo Williams not happy with the call. Let's see where they spot the football. And I'm kind of baffled by this, Myron, because unless he dropped the football, he was at midfield when he caught the ball. Could they not decline the penalty? But
yeah, they
nonetheless,
could, but he must have dropped it. Must have not.
Yeah, now they're saying incomplete, so the penalty obviously will spot the football at the 44.
Lorenzo Williams not going to be handing out any Halloween candy to officials.
First down and 10 for Yukon. Here's the handoff. Right back up the middle. Here it goes, Logan Day. Down to the 30, to the 25. Another huge hole up the middle for Yukon.
Kind of delayed hole there, whatever. But once again, not a whole lot. And, of course, got a lot of movement up there, but he just finds a crease. Had to cut to his left.
31 yards as he looked like the Kansas Jayhawks running against the OU defense last week. And here is the carry across the 15 down to the 13. Logan Day again. Am I right or am I right?
I'm going to give Perron Winfrey your phone number.
No, thank you. I know they'll play better tomorrow. They're my team. I can only talk bad once about them, and that's all I'm allowed. Here's the first down play for Yukon. And tackled, sacked back at the 20-yard line.
Oh, watch out.
As Connor Kavnar gets into the backfield, and a flag has been thrown. And is this going to go against Kavnar?
Well, the official closest to it, I don't think he saw it, but then we got a flag further down the field. Did he see that? Or is there something else going on? And he's pointing back. And it was a great tackle, but he got a little extra at the end.
It's got to be against WestMoore if Lorenzo Williams is acting like that, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I don't think it's.
Logan Day on that run earlier puts him over 100 yards, 126 yards on the ground for Logan Day. And here is the call by Steve Knight, and this is apparently going to go against WestMoore. You see him lower his shoulders, Lorenzo, as he is not going to like the call. And actually now a good question. I know Ed Murray is down there. I'm not sure if Ed can hear what's being said between Steve Knight and Lorenzo Williams.
Yeah, we're just going out there. Just walk on out there.
Yes.
You know,
he's getting his 2 cents though. They're listening to him at least.
I think he's getting at least about a nickel, maybe a dime's worth.
You know, that halftime speech, he said he's good at halftime speeches. Looks like he's pretty good at talking to officials here too. He's not going to get satisfied though. He is disappointed coming back over here. They're calling it a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yep.
And Coach Williams just gave me the hands up to the sky. He didn't know what's going on.
Unfortunate for WestMoore, a huge stop by the Jaguars, and then I guess you can call it excessive celebration, taunting, whatever. Not really taunting, but we'll just call it.
Well, he had the tackle at first, but then something, and then he kind of lifted his leg up or something and tossed him back even further. I assume that's what the flag is for.
So the penalty puts the football. Let's watch it. Let's watch the end of the play again.
And it's a great tackle right there. Of course, he doesn't have the ball. And there he goes right there.
So unless it wasn't on unless it was not on Kavnar, number 40, because we saw number 3, Keaton Hahn, come flying into the screen. Ed, what do you have for us?
Well, I asked Coach Williams what the call was. It wasn't on the trip play, but there's a way that they're not tackling, and one of his players told the officials, you've got to see that, and they called that unsportsmanlike. In other words, one of the players was saying, you've got to see the way they're doing this, which is not right, and the official took exception to that and flagged me for unsportsmanlike.
Oh, really?
Yep.
2nd down and 8 from the 10. Here is the handoff. Back up the middle today, and he's going to be stopped for no gain. And it'll bring up 3rd down and long. You know, it's always a fine line, Myron. I'll talk from a referee standpoint because obviously I've ref professionally soccer and collegiately now. Although not, my season's obviously over because of knee surgery. But it's always a fine line when players start talking to you about things like that. We have it it's at every level, and so it's a very fine line how much referees will allow players to talk to them. And obviously in this instance it was more, as Yukon is going to be thrown for a loss after the reception. And so WestMoore holds him, and Yukon will try the field goal. So I understand from a referee standpoint. I also understand from Lorenzo Williams' point of view, because this is a big game for both teams, and it's close score, and you don't want any referee to play a part in what happens.
Yeah, you want it to be, you want to be a guy get his money's worth. He really deserves it.
It's an emotional game, of course,
yeah.
And the referees have an extremely tough job, of course, as we all know. In all sports, we're losing referees across the nation. Here is Farha with the field goal attempt, and it is good. As he adds the 32-yard field goal. And he gives the Millers a 5-point lead with 7:17 to play. 26-21. Let's take a break. We're back with more after this.
Farha set to kick.
Welcome back. There you see Old Glory in the win. Good thing, Myron, this game was not played yesterday. Winds now died down to 7 instead of 67 miles an hour like yesterday. 52 degrees here as we enter the final 7 minutes of a great ball game between these two schools fighting for a playoff spot just to have a chance to stay in the playoff picture, both schools. And here is Farha on the Ortho Central kickoff. And it will be fielded by WestMoore from the 5-yard line. Up across the 20, out to the 25-yard line. Ball is loose, and Yukon says they have it. Andre Williams on the return fumbles the football, and he gives it right back. And Lorenzo Williams says he was down before he fumbled the football.
That's be his second one tonight, and he's pained about it, but
Shane Scott on the recovery, and that looks like the ball's coming out. Great work by our crew.
Yeah, problem is there's no replay anyway, so but yeah, the ball looks like it's coming out there.
Great work by our crew, and now a flag has been thrown against Lorenzo Williams. Actually, was it the coach or was it on Andre Williams? Nonetheless, it's going to be a personal foul against WestMoore. They've had enough. They feel like the calls have not gone their way tonight. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Jaguars will spot the football at the 14 of WestMoore for Yukon.
That's killer right there.
Yeah. You see, obviously, huge frustration. Let's watch it again, and you possibly will see, watch the knee. The ball's already out. The knees are not down. So the referee's got it right. It was a good call. Here we go. Back to action. First down and 10 from the 14. Dutton over the middle. And, whoa, what a hit at the 5-yard line. Flags are coming in. And that is going to be targeting against WestMoore. Tristan Aduddle is going to be called for targeting on that play. Not sure there's much of an argument on that one. Heath Sperry was the one on the reception, and what a hit by Aduddle. That is going to be targeting, and
he left his feet.
Yeah, you lunge and you leave your feet. You lead with the crown of your helmet. It's going to be called all the time. And now they are looking at Heath Sperry. Hopefully he will be okay after that hit. Junior wideout for Yukon.
Now Westmore's got to realize if you can hold them for a field goal, you're still 8 points down. Touchdown, 2-point conversion ties.
And plenty of time. 7:04 still to play, yeah.
You can't self-destruct. I mean, yeah, the fumble's bad. Now that's bad. And it doesn't look like you've got a call tonight, but the game is still there in the balance. You can't lose your head and start doing things like that.
Yeah. Heath Sperry walking off the field under his own power.
Yeah, that's good.
Gives a high five to one of his teammates. Hopefully he'll be back.
It'll be one of those things say, you're all right? You all right? Yes. And then they start giving you grief.
Yes.
You got blown up.
Sperry had 5 receptions so far tonight, 23 yards.
Well, we'll see. If you're Yukon, you get in the end zone, you make it 33 to 21, then you're really in a hole if you're WestMoore.
And Lorenzo Williams letting the referee crew have it. 8 penalties against WestMoore so far tonight. and none more crucial than the last two. There's the call. Let's go downstairs to Ed Murray. Ed.
Yeah, the WestMoore player who made the hit, number 13, has been ejected.
Okay.
I'll go check on number 9.
That is Tristan Aduddle. He has been dismissed from the football game. Yukon first down and 3. The line of scrimmage, the 7. And here is the handoff back up the middle and close to the goal line. Logan Day.
You know, if you're Westmore, you've had a number. The 8 penalties is bad, but they haven't really gotten. If it's been close, they haven't gotten that break where they survived it. That's a pretty easy call to make, that targeting.
From the 1, and a flag is thrown by one of the back judges. And this is going to go against Westmore as well. They're going to say an illegal substitution. I never saw a sub come onto the field. So that'll move the football up about a half a yard. 9th penalty. Actually, they're going to waive the penalty off.
There's first one. So, okay.
So
but they're
Westmore,
still inside the 5.
Yeah. Westmore has it first down and goal. The ball spotted at the 2. Dutton taking the snap and into the end zone, touchdown. Braden Dutton with the touchdown run. It is a Homeland Grocery touchdown. Homeland Grocery, your homegrown advantage. It is 32-21.
Just power up the middle and finds a nice crease there. And
followed Logan Day, who's had a great night. And Dutton adds another touchdown. And here is Gage Farhaw for the point after attempt. Hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So 33-21. 12-point lead for the Millers with 6:38 to play in the football game. What a second half. Let's go downstairs to Ed.
Yeah, the number 9 for Yukon, they're going through the concussion protocol, having him follow the eyes, but he's been talking to one of the trainers over here, and when that touchdown was scored, someone looked down at him and said, "We just scored." He started applauding, so hopefully young man's going to be okay, but he's sitting on the bench. Guys come over hugging him. He's hugging back, so he's being responsive, but they're going to give him the full go-over before they even allow him to think about putting him back in.
And there you see it right there. The big question, does he have his helmet or not? You know how they always take he does not have the helmet.
But it is under the seat where he's sitting.
Yep,
so.
Yep, there you go, yep. Good eye, Ed. Very good. You know, as we talked about, Myron, this is our 10th game this season, our final game of the year. I can't tell you enough about our crew that have helped us out all season long.
Yeah, I mean, we just talk.
Yeah, we do the easy part.
They actually work. I mean, they're here long before we get here, long after we leave. And in case you don't know, it takes a ton of folks to put us on the air, the equipment, and going to different sites. And we don't get on the air without these people doing their jobs. And definitely appreciate them for all their hard work they've done. I've enjoyed it. I know they have as well.
Yeah.
But it's hard work. We appreciate them.
Yeah, our camera guys out getting all of the great plays, all the great replays. I mean, the best crew by far in the state. Thank you guys for a great season. Can't wait for 2022. I can't believe I'm already saying that. It's only not even November yet. Here's the Ortho Central kickoff, and it is returned out to about the 17. I'm going to have to give a hats off, though, to one of the hardest workers on our crew. There you see more of the guys on our crew. I know you're probably not going to get to see her, but I got to give a shout out to my wife, Kathy Damrell, in the truck. She has done everything through the week. She helps me with the stats. Here's Brian Brown, our statistician. Brian, there you go. Wave. She does our scoreboard. She gets me my stats all season, the starting lineups from the coaches. our stage manager, Kelly, and
well, the redhead is Rob.
Yeah, and he's normally wearing a red Kansas City cap, but now he's got just a Kansas City cold hat on.
Well, so. I know he's down to talk to the officials about, man, what are the Chiefs going to do? Mahomes has just turned the ball over way too much. We can still make the playoffs, though.
Rob, you're still wearing the Kansas City hat. I'll give it up to you. You know, they were supposed to go to the Super Bowl this year. They are just trying to win a game.
Hey, I just got to – what about Steve Bodkel and his guys?
Steve, of course, yes. Our engineers from Fox 25.
Those guys know everything.
Yes. They're the ones who actually get our signal on the air. So thank you, Steve, for reminding us as well.
I bugged them enough, trust me, at the TV station about fixing stuff. But no, it takes a lot of people to put this on. And it's a massive – a lot of planning goes into it and everything else throughout the week. But we do love it. It's been a lot of fun.
It has been a lot of fun, no doubt. Looking forward to 2022. And here is the pass by Blyce. It's going to be short.
Got a flag.
There is a flag. Although we are also competing against the World Series tonight. Just had my friend text me from work, and I understand. They might want to watch some baseball, although this is not through yet, but good World Series going on.
Are you an Astro or are you a Braves guy? What are you?
I don't like cheaters.
Okay. That's going to be my next question. Do you hold it against the Astros? They didn't,
no.
They didn't cheat to get here this year.
No, you are right.
But they did. And, if you're a Yankee or Dodger, you're probably never going to get over it. I got it.
Well, I'm actually a Padre fan. I've been a Padre fan for my entire life. Lived in San Diego for years. Of course, I obviously did baseball years ago for the Red Hawks and 89ers. Some great players coming through the organization at that time back in the late 90s. Rick Helling got to call a perfect game. How many announcers, Myron, get to call a perfect game? In any sport, obviously baseball, but that's the only sport, obviously, with perfect games. But you understand what I'm saying. But Rick Helling threw, 27 up, 27 down. Then went on to have a great major league career with the Rangers and later on with some other organizations.
So in other words, you want the Braves to win?
Yes.
Okay, just admit it.
Yes.
That's okay.
Yes.
I'm a Met fan, so I don't really have a how can I say? They kind of folded here after leading a good portion of the season.
I was a Rangers fan until I wasn't.
Are they a real Major League team?
That's why. And here's almost an interception by Yukon back in the secondary as Luke Harris almost picked that one off. After I left the Red Hawks, and what a great organization that is now downtown and one of the most beautiful ballparks in minor league baseball. The Rangers, not very good, and they've not been very good almost every year.
They got a great ballpark, though.
They do have their second one. Their first one's still pretty good, too.
I mean, really?
I mean, when you look at that ballpark and they build a brand new one right now, I'm like, what in the world? Do you really need a new ballpark when this one looks brand new, even though it's only 20 years old? Here's a little pass. Shuttle pass up the middle. And it's going to be fourth down and long now, 4th down and 4 for WestMoore. Under 5 minutes to play. They trail by 12.
They need a quick score to make this interesting, which it'd still be 8 down.
Here is the 4th down play for WestMoore. Under center is Blyce, looking to pass, runs right into problems, and he's going to be sacked back at the 23, and the ball will go over on downs. Matthew Worsham along with Lane Meyer on the sack for the Millers on a huge stop on 4th down.
Do they each get a third of a sack, I guess? Because they all kind of arrived at the same time. And there was no one open. I guess they could just throw it just for the heck of it, but there was no one even downfield remotely open.
Coming up after the game, we will have our GMC player of the game, and I don't know right now, Myron. I've been asked who it is, and I don't know.
We have Logan Day with 131 yards rushing. We got Dutton with a couple of touchdowns and Keaton Hahn with a couple of touchdowns. Here is Hahn on the carry, and he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 10. What do you think?
I like Day. How about that?
I do too. I do too.
I think he'd be a pretty good one because really the running has been, with the exception maybe the first couple drives, they've been able to run the football straight up the middle. Hudden had the long touchdown run.
Here's 2nd down and 10, line of scrimmage the 24. And not really sure what happened on that play. Everyone was moving. Defense, offense. Yukon 285 yards on the ground, Myron.
Yeah. That's a good night's work.
Could be the season high for Yukon. I'd have to go back and look. Procedure called against the Millers, and I believe that is a season high on the ground for Yukon, 285. 3:37 to go here in quarter number 4.
What's Norman doing?
Now they can pay attention to that Norman score,
yeah,
right?
that's what I say. What is Norman doing?
2nd down and 15. Here's the handoff, the option actually to the right. Day running across the 20. He's going to pick up a lot of that yardage back. Let's go down to Ed Murray. Ed, what do you have score-wise?
Well, Myron asked, I'll deliver. Broken Arrow 28, Norman 13 in the 4th quarter.
So that will make the Millers quite happy if this score holds, which right now they're up by 12 with the clock running with 3 minutes to play. Jaguars only 1 timeout left. And they're going to take all 17 seconds, now 15 of the play clock, I would believe.
Yeah, they're going to go in slow motion on this. Snap it at about 2 seconds, 3 seconds.
Down to 5. 2-1. And do they get it off in time? No, they don't.
You didn't want that to happen.
Clock stops and it pushes them back. So it's going to be 3rd down and 9. The line of scrimmage now the 23. The line to gain is, what do you call that, the 14? We'll give it the 14.
Yep, and have to get to the, 14 for the first down, yeah. I don't think they throw it. How about that?
We've seen that before, haven't we?
Yeah, I don't think.
Here's the option.
They will pitch it,
Hahn,
though.
And he's got some room outside to the 10, down to the 5, and pushed out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
That's kind of a pass for them. A pitch.
A pitch, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So he gets down to the 2, actually. He has 2 touchdowns on the night. Player of the game candidate.
Shove that around there.
You need to give the ball to Logan Day, right? He's the only one that hasn't scored a touchdown, right? Between Hahn and Dutton.
Well, with success they've had running the ball straight up the middle. That tells you the guard and center are doing their job.
And another whistle before the play begins. And this is going to be, I believe, a timeout for Yukon. The Millers' play clock was down to 0, and Marshall Hahn, the head coach, wanted a timeout.
Yeah, well, he didn't want to move back 5 yards. Because the clock had already stopped, he ran out of bounds, so there was no need to take it all the way down to the wire, the play clock, that is.
This could be, I'm not going to put words in Marshall Hahn's mouth, but it could be their best game of the year they played.
They looked good tonight. They did. Offensively doing what they wanted to do in terms of just, spreading the ball around, running the football. Got some yards out of the passing game.
Well, they have 2 rushers over 100 yards. Keaton Hahn now at 109 and 142 for Logan Day. Incredible night on the ground for the Millers.
And whether you want to say they forced WestMoore into the turnovers or WestMoore gave it to them, however you look at that, they got takeaways.
Yeah.
That's something, WestMoore hadn't gotten a lot of breaks with the officials.
No.
Some were warranted, others I didn't think
a
were
little
warranted.
questionable. Yeah, sure.
But the turnovers, that's on them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah.
You got to take care of the football.
And they got back in the game on a turnover on the punt when they were able to recover the fumbled punt.
Yeah.
So here we go. First down and goal for Yukon. The ball spotted at the 2. 3 in the backfield with Dutton. And they hand off back up the middle. And they're not going to get into the end zone as Carson Creech was on the carry. And WestMoore will let the clock run with 1 timeout left. Thinking they might need it if they score here quickly. They might need it again. And here is the handoff back up the middle, and I believe they get in for the touchdown. Yes, they do. Dutton on the keeper with his 3rd touchdown of the night. Third touchdown of the night. Yep. What a game he's had.
Yeah, he's had a big game, and they'll have a number of guys on offense that will feel pretty good about their work tonight. And you know what? We talk so much about who's running, who's scoring. Again, give those guys up front their just due. They've done a good job.
They've had a great game, haven't they?
Yeah.
And here is the point after by Farha, and it is good. And it is 40-21. What a night by that senior quarterback, Braden Dutton.
I'm sure some coaches told them about the Norman score over there.
That's why he's smiling.
Yeah.
79 yards on the ground for Dutton, 3 touchdowns. I think we may have to have multiple players of the game, not just one on our final broadcast of the 2021 season. I hope our great producer Mark Begonia can handle that. Mark.
Efforting, he says.
No one can hear what he says in my ear, but he said we'll try. I mean, Dutton, Hahn, and Logan Day. What a day on the ground for those 3.
Yeah. Yeah, they've churned up the yard, and because you've got multiple guys doing it, that just lets you know how much a problem they were giving that WestMoore defense. You couldn't really concentrate on one guy to stop them.
Yeah. Coming up after the game, we're going to have our trophy presentation. That's been one of the greatest things of this broadcast, Meyer, in all 10 weeks. The players, teams have gotten into the presentation.
They love it. They love the presentation. They love the trophy.
I want to know how Ed Murray's going to end our season with the trophy presentation tonight. It looks like it's going to go to Yukon. We will do it way over by their locker room because there are some senior activities for WestMoore on the field afterwards, and they deserve that time. So here's the kickoff, and WestMoore lets it bounce out of bounds. Now the question is, did it touch Williams before it went out of bounds? And they're going to say it did.
Yeah, it looks like they're marking it there.
Yep. So they will have it at the 11-yard line with 1:58 to play. What a night he's had, though. Let's talk about Andre Williams. I know he fumbled the football the last time, but this young, talented junior running back has really had a good night.
Yeah, he has. He's got really good speed. He'll have to work on the ball security for next season, but he's a big play waiting to happen.
12 carries for him offensively, nearly 60 yards on the ground, and you see the frustration. They've had a good night. I know they're frustrated, Myron, but WestMore's really played a very good ball game.
Yeah, this game much closer than this final score is going to show in the newspapers. Much closer than that.
Yeah, and here is the sack by On Blyce.
I mean, they were a 2-point conversion from tying it up at 23-all.
Zach Stillwell gets the sack for the Millers. His 4th sack of the season. 2nd down, 17 as we close out our 2021 campaign. Glad for all those who watched this season. First time Sinclair Broadcast Group to be here in the Oklahoma City metro area for Friday Night Rivals. They do this all across the nation as we show at halftime with a lot of the other broadcasts as we do have a player now injured at the 5-yard line for WestMoore. It's one of the offensive linemen. But again, you watch those games, Myron, across the nation on our game highlights at halftime, and some good, not only here, but good high school football games all across the nation that Friday Night Rivals, Thursday Night Lights broadcast.
Yeah, and this is what you do on a Friday night if you're in high school, and go watch your kids play or your neighborhood school play, and some good athletes. And like I said, it's not just the players, it's the band, it's the cheerleaders, it's the pep squads, it's everybody that's involved that makes this happen, and it is a big part of a community.
Thanks to all of our sponsors this season. Obviously, OCCC, our name sponsor for the broadcast. We appreciate their support all season long. They've been great on this broadcast. Here is Blyce to run out, and he's got a lot of room, and it's knocked out of his hands as he runs out of bounds, but he's going to get good yardage back. Out across the 15 to about the 17-yard line. 4th down and about 5 to go, and obviously they're going to go for it with 53 seconds to play. Of course, McIntyre Law, one of the huge halftime sponsors of our Scholar athletes. Love the packages, Myron, that you did on all the athletes this year. Those are great.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing those. I mean, some of the, it wasn't just football players, just scholar and athlete, and met a lot of good people, working with the schools to get those done. And you want those, you want them recognized.
Sure. Oklahoma Ford Dealers, Homeland Grocery, Norman Regional Hospital, Ortho Central, Oklahoma National Guard, all part of our sponsors this year, and we couldn't do it without them, of course. What a great job. Ed Murray, great sideline this year, no doubt about it. Fantastic. Can't wait for his season finale coming up here in 48 seconds. I'm putting a lot of pressure on him, but he's a veteran broadcaster, so he can handle it, right?
We'll see. We'll see if I can. By the way, I just went over the Yukon bench. Number 9, who took that big hit. He has his helmet. He's laughing with his teammates. Looks like he is A-OK.
Ed, we appreciate all the work you've done.
Oh, it's been a blast, guys. Thanks for giving me the call. I've had the thrill of my life down here this year.
Well,
except for those 2 weeks I had COVID and missed it. So those weren't too much fun.
Well, what
Mark Rogers did a great job.
What you got to do now before you leave, you got to run a 100-yard dash.
Yeah, right.
How many laps have you done around that track so far?
Listen, I had to come over here to the Yukon side twice already tonight. I'm winded.
So here is Dutton as he takes the snap, and that will do it. That will wind down the clock, and that will end tonight's game as the Millers have come on the road. They keep their playoff hopes alive with a 40-21 victory over the WestMoore Jaguars. Huge second half by the Millers as they, again, keep their playoff hopes alive.
Yes, they do, and they're getting some good news about Norman. And so they did what they had to do, or what they wanted to do, and did it in impressive fashion. They're a team that likes to run it, and they did it awfully effectively. They're really good at it. Almost 300 yards rushing.
And there you see the head coach, Marshall Hahn. He can't be more satisfied than he is tonight because it's one of their better performances of the year, their best performance, in my opinion, of the year. After watching the games, prepping for this game, we had them against Deer Creek, and early on in the season, I believe, second game of the year, and second or third game of the year, second game of the year, and they struggled in that game, but since then, I know they've lost a couple in a row, but they look like they could really play well next week and get into the playoffs.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do. You get in the playoffs, and then it's everybody starting from scratch. There'll be a road team, that's fine, but you just want to get in there and give yourself a chance.
All right, let's take a break here. The final score, the Millers beat the Jaguars 40-21. Back with the postgame in just a moment. Here they come.
Yep.
Okay. What's our play of the game?
67-yarder.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was a great run.
Yeah, that was first quarter of the third quarter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right after. Yeah.
You're about to be. Hey, is 9 okay? 9 okay?
You want to do this first?
I saw him laughing with his teammates.
The play and the player, okay. Play, okay. Back in Moore as the Yukon Millers celebrating a 40-21 victory over the WestMoore Jaguars. Let's look at the OCCC play of the game. It was by quarterback Brayton Dutton of the Yukon Millers, Myron, at the start of the second half.
Yeah, this is the one they come out, a 67-yard straight up the middle, and this was the first score of the third quarter when you think, oh, they're going to take control of this game, and they did. Give WestMoore credit, they got back in it, but this was the start of a big second half for them.
Yeah, huge night for Dutton. 3 touchdowns for the senior quarterback, and he led this team to victory. There he is right there. Let's go downstairs now to Ed Murray. Ed, take it away, buddy.
Well, Coach, you came out at that cliche book must be really good because you came out strong, scored 2 quick touchdowns, but then some adversity, and boy, you responded on both sides of the football.
Yeah, luckily our kids are just young enough and just naive enough to still believe all those cliches. So that's a perfect mix, I guess. But they played really hard in the second half, made plays that we had to make, overcame adversity, like you said, couldn't be prouder.
The 2-point conversion would have tied it, but your defense stopped it there, and then offense took over.
Yeah, that was a huge stand by the defense. After the defense had made a great job of causing them to punt, and, they hit a punt that kind of went wonky and it touched us, and that allowed them to get back in the game, but the defense just kept bowing up, and offense did enough.
All right, guys, I got a couple of things to say. That run up the middle was awesome all night long. Where is the middle of the offensive line? Give me one of them. Give me one of them. All right. Fellas, I want to tell you 2 things. One, in our second game of the year, you had to watch us give this to Deer Creek on your field. This trophy stands for when you had to win it. You did it. By the way, Broken Arrow 28, Norman 13, Yukon. Yeah!
And with that, they keep their playoff hopes alive. One of the best parts of our broadcast, Myron, to watch the teams, the players celebrate. And here we go, our players of the game. We just don't have one tonight. We have several.
Plural. Players of the game. When you rush for over 300 yards, you go with a couple guys. And, hey, I love you got the Ryan Day up the middle. Look at this, showing the speed. And this was a big part of what they did tonight. And, of course, Mr. Hahn, Coach's son.
Brayton Dutton, Logan Day, our players of the game. What a night for the Yukon Millers. They keep their playoff hopes alive. They win it by a score of 40-21. All of us would like to take a moment to thank the wonderful sponsor partners, the Oklahoma City Community College, GMC, McIntyre Law, and Wade's RV for all their support all season long, who through their contributions to the program make these games possible for you viewers at home. We'd also like to thank our great other sponsors for their contributions to our 2021 Friday Night Rivals telecast: Oklahoma Ford Dealers, Homeland Grocery, Norman Regional Hospital, Ortho Central, and the Oklahoma National Guard. Thank you to all the sponsors all season long, 10 weeks on Friday Night Rivals. And we'd like to especially thank our participating high schools tonight and their administrators for their continued support. Yukon High School and our host, WestMoore High School. It has been a great season for us tonight. For Friday Night Rivals, our first season here in Oklahoma City,
We thank everyone for watching all season long. Have a great rest of the season into the playoffs for all these schools. Congratulations for Myron Patton, Ed Murray, and our entire crew. I'm Jack Danrow. Have a great night, everyone.